Hey, everybody, it's Tuesday, April 28th, 2026. Welcome to the Giant Bombcast, episode 938. I am your host, Jan Ochoa. Joining me, co-captain of the ship, the spiciest newsman around, Jeff Grubb.
We're gonna be in Los Angeles for Summer Game Fest in like 35 days.
Don't say that.
You shut up.
Oh my God.
Shut up.
Shut the hell up.
I don't like it any more than you guys do.
He's coated in citric acid crystals because he's a little sour on the outside, but he's full of sweet, gummy goodness on the inside. Dan Reichert.
If Donald Duck ate Jeff Grubb's shirt, he would go quackers and he would get really pissed off.
yes.
He could run through enemies and jump really far. Mike,
That's
you haven't introduced yet. We're talking about Donald Duck. You can't join, Mike. Yeah. Don't you think Donald Duck? That's classic Donald, right, Jeff Grubb?
I do. Yeah, I know everything about that guy. He's a duck.
Jan, what are your thoughts on Donald Duck?
He's the most powerful wizard in the Final Fantasy universe. I love that guy.
I like when he dives into the money.
What are his kids? I can't remember his kids' names. What were the?
I think it's like
Stevie, Wheezy, and Cheesy?
Houston Walker, Austin Walker. Yeah.
Those are his nephews.
Sure.
Speaking of,
You ruined the joke.
Sorry.
this guy, he's all quackers. We can't keep him on topic. He's just thinking about his skull hat that's just made out of bones. Jeff Baccalar.
I screwed up the joke. I'm sorry, folks.
Come on.
It was time. It was time to pull the plug on it anyhow. It's
you
fine.
know, sometimes I put things out of their misery. So, look, happy to be here, Janny.
Thank you, Jeffy. And we've got the bad boy of games media, Mike Minotti.
Dan was talking about Quackshot. Donald Duck has three nephews.
We're done. That was a while ago.
Dewey,
No,
and
that was a
Louie.
while ago.
Dewey's
No,
the
let's
red
move on.
one.
Let's
Dewey's
move
the
on.
blue one. Louie's the green one. And it's
Huey Lewis
Uncle
in the
Scrooge
news.
that jumps into the money, not him.
Hey,
That's all right.
we're talking about dates. I said the date of this podcast, but a very important date that's coming up, gang, is the anniversary of our independence, May 10th, gang. And to celebrate, we got a couple things in the bank for you.
Banging.
We're thanging and banging and fanging. The fanging, you'll have to find out.
Just wait.
Just wait. Because we talked about this already, but gang, get excited. Chuck informed us of this, but it's been 10 years or the 10th anniversary of the endurance run. Is that correct? What was the math? What was the fact?
Was it Shenmue? Yeah, it must have been Shenmue.
But the Bully Endurance Run is coming to your internet screens soon, but it's coming sooner if you are a premium member. The week of May 11th, Monday through Friday,
Independence Week.
Independence Week.
Right.
You get the Endurance Run a week sooner, but if you're
First episode.
if you are just you're hanging out, you're supporting just by being here. The Endurance Run comes out for everyone Monday through Friday on the week of May 18th. But that's not the only thing we have prepped for Independence Week. You know, the bad boy of games media is going to be going bananas that week. Mike Minotti, what do you got planned for the folks?
Yeah, I know we've teased this for a while. People have kept asking me, when is it happening? But that's right. The Mike Minotti marathon run of Donkey Kong 64 will be the main event for Giant Bomb's Independence Week. And how much am I playing? That's going to be up to all of you. The more you support us, the more I'll play. And folks, I'm ready to go beyond 100%. I will do that 101 just for fun, baby. Well, not just for fun. It's for money. But I will do it.
Money.
So, yes, the Donkey Kong 64 101% run marathon by me. I'm ready to put in like 10-hour days, whatever it takes, man, to get that thing done. It's going to be a lot of this game that you all claim is so bad and so painful. I don't have much DK64 experience. We'll see. I have been forged in the flames of Blight Club. Surely some rare
You'll be fine.
collectathon can't hurt me.
I did think about calling this like a Blightathon, but like I believe that everyone pushed back, being like, it's not a Blight game. And you're right. I'm actually kind of a defender of DK64, but I do think DK64 is an okay ride if you're just going through doing what you need to do to get to the end and beat it.
Even
the
then,
101 I've never done. I think that is where the Blight adjacent stuff might creep in here. And like Mike said, he will go up to and including 101% every golden banana and stuff, depending on the support that comes in. So it's not going to be one giant stream. It is going to be TBD in terms of like long days. It could be 10-hour days. And then we might do, shifts of people joining him and things like that. But there will be a lot of Donkey Kong 64 going on.
Yeah, I might be joining like the Bombcast in a window as I still have to play this game. I don't know. We're working on some of the logistics still.
Yeah, move over, Dustin Hoffman. We have our own marathon man over here. But in the meantime, Jeff Grubb, how could folks also help support us before we get to Independence Day, Independence Week?
You can support us and support independent games media by going to, I almost said Patreon. No, that's not where we're at. We're at giantbomb.com/join. Become a premium member. If you do that, you get ad-free versions of our shows. You're going to get a bunch of the premium-only shows. You're going to get stuff like, early access to the endurance run. It is worth it, and it also gets you those good feelings of knowing that we get to keep doing what we're doing. You get to keep supporting it, and we all get to keep this cool community going in a really strong and healthy way. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. And gang, we also need your help in other fronts on the website. Our own Chuck Towski needs a little bit of your help. If you got an email from us to opt into to keep your account, please do so. We've sent a couple emails out. More emails may be popping off as the days and weeks progress. But if you've opted into keeping your account, you can request a password reset now. giantbomb.com/login. And we are also still looking for help on the wiki. If you have PHP and media wiki knowers, head to bombcast.com/wiki. Help Chuck out, help the wiki out. We talk about independent games media. We're also talking about independent databases of fun things for people to latch onto. There's also a bunch of fun stuff on giantbomb.com. Make yourself a tier list while you're there. There are also video player apps available using our new video APIs. You can find on iOS and Android apps built by Con and Clint Eastman. Head to giantbomb.com/apps. Unfortunately, we can't give you a triple dipper, though. Chuck hasn't figured out how to do that yet. But who knows? The technology may be there. My friend showed me a video of him in China, and then he had boba delivered to him via drone, and that was crazy.
What? That's sick.
It's sick, right? What the fuck? What are we doing? Your patience is appreciated, but thank you for your continued support. Boys, how's everything going? What's happening?
I'm
feeling okay?
I'm just a bit sicky poo. I'm like
sicky poo.
I'm starting to come down with something. My understanding is others are feeling better. Yeah, I'm kind of going down.
Swing. Yeah. You can't blame me for it.
No, you.
Okay.
We've contained you successfully in Minnesota, so now it's not your fault this time, Dan.
Oh, okay.
I hear it in your voice, Dan. I still hear it.
I think I've got the post, I wasn't even it was like a lot of congestion. I had a fever for a few days. I had kind of a saga.
Before you get to your saga, which may be fun and silly, can I share something kind of morbid?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. I gotta kind of close the door for this one.
What the hell?
All right, close the door, pal. Oh, you sit close to your door, huh?
Very close. Room very tiny. Okay. So I think I've mentioned online and to y'all, my pops is in like a treatment facility. He's in like a transitional care facility as he's doing his rehab. And I thought it's a bunch of older folks, people post-surgery. And I'm just sitting, hanging out in the lobby, waiting for my mom to get down. And then a gentleman in Undertaker long leather coat walks in with like a gurney. And I'm used to seeing people come in with gurneys and everything to transport patients to appointments and whatnot. I'm thinking it's just another dude. But his gurney is not kitted out with all of the cool hydraulics like everyone else's is. And he just goes to the woman at the front desk and is like, hey, where do you keep your bodies? I'm with the mortuary. And I'm like,
oh,
what?
Whoa.
Oh, there's dead people here. Oh no. And then she leads. I see her lead him to a different hallway. And I decide I can't really take that energy right now. I don't really want to be I don't want to see them wheel out a dead person because that's someone's beloved, unfortunately passing. And I go outside, and I'm assuming I'm gonna see a hearse, right? That's what those cars are called.
From Twisted Metal 2, yeah.
Yeah, or maybe an ambulance car or something like that.
Sure. Ecto 1. Yeah.
Ghostbusters, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't see one of those. Instead,
Wait,
I
like
see
an El Camino.
with the hazard lights flashing, with a certain mortuary's company logo on the side.
No.
I see a Honda Odyssey.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say a Cybertruck, and I just don't think I didn't want the dead to be that desecrated. Oh, shwoo.
So,
okay.
Gang out there, we may one day be transported to another before we get to a resting place in a good old Honda Odyssey.
Hey, dead or alive, throw me in a Honda Odyssey. I'll take it, man. Yeah.
It's reliable.
Yeah.
But yeah,
taking me to the place where they're gonna burn me so I can get into that Nesquik powder form for you all.
Great gas mileage and whatnot.
Exactly, right? Very roomy, very spacious. Who knows?
Yeah.
There may be more people in there. Anyway,
You could probably stack 3.
Like side by side, you could probably fit 3, and then you could probably start piling them in like a pyramid
Fold
shape.
them,
with all the seats down.
Lincoln Log style.
Yeah.
After some, yeah.
I don't know. Is there like a default size for like a?
Yeah.
No.
I got a mortician friend. I'm not joking.
Oh yeah.
You of all people should.
Yeah,
and
you would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine is more of the playful goth. I don't really want to hang out in the mortuary.
But you want to talk to those who do.
Yeah, I want to get to know them and see what it's like doing all the stuff. I'll send a text and see if I have any information there for you guys.
Yeah. Let's do like a quick behind the scenes vlog or something.
There you go.
Yeah. All right. Thank you everyone for letting me share that story. I just needed to get it out of my system. But Dan, you've been getting a lot of stuff out of your system.
Kind of still working on that. So this is kind of a 3-act saga here. So I couldn't taste or smell for a good chunk of last week, and it's a bummer. Like it wasn't COVID. I ordered a new COVID test, took it. It was negative for that and everything, but I couldn't taste or smell. I had a fever, congestion, everything. And it's just like eating is just such a stupid thing when you're like that. Cause like, I'm not going to derive any joy from this. So like, just give me just a protein brick or something with vitamins or something. It's like, I'm not going to enjoy it. So I was just eating like peanut butter sandwiches for like every dinner or something. And I think I saw a commercial or something for grilled cheese and tomato soup. Or I just saw an image of it or thought of it. And in my head, I was like, God, I haven't had that in so long. And I'm craving that so much. The second I can taste anything, I want to have grilled cheese and tomato soup. So I'm like getting myself excited for it. I'm just laying in bed all day. And I'm like, you know what? I've always struggled with this. I've never really understood how to make it. I'm going to learn how to make it. I'm going to order the stuff. So I ordered soup. I ordered bread. I already had cheese. It was like, all right, once I'm ready, I'm going to celebrate by feeling better by making a grilled cheese and tomato soup. And I'm like, oh, this is what everyone says YouTube's good for. So I go to YouTube and I'm like, I just wanted to find the most basic ass, like how to make a grilled cheese and tomato soup. Like, actually, I just need the grilled cheese. Tomato soup, I think I could figure out. I've done that 20 years ago.
Instructions are right on the can. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I haven't done it in 20 years, but honestly, I don't remember last time I opened a can. It was probably 20 years ago.
Dan, you're saying you bought a can of tomato soup. Yes.
Right. So I'll get to that in a second. I just bought like, in my mind, it's just like Campbell's tomato soup is just, that's what tomato soup is. So I bought a few of those on Amazon, had them delivered, got the bread and all that stuff. And so finally, I'm doing the research and everything on the YouTube thing. And I just type how to make grilled cheese. Just the most basic fucking, for those that think it's a bit and all this, like, just know I'm just sitting here, not on the air. I'm just like, how the fuck do you make this happen? I've been trying to figure this out forever. Once that floodgate's open and I know how to make grilled cheese happen for myself, it's going to be a problem because then yes, Mr. Backlar.
Thank you. First time, long time. I could have sworn that you had done the grilled cheese thing.
He's made grilled cheese on content for this website, but we don't have to. That's neither here nor there.
I'll explain the two times.
I'm just
One
curious.
was years ago. I did it. I think it's probably like on YouTube or something still. But I had Bonk just off camera that was like guiding every step of the way. So I had the major safety net going on there. So I don't even think that counts. She kind of like made it easy for me.
Fair enough.
The second time was Extra Life here. And I remember the deal was like, I'm just going to go up and try to figure it out. And I remember watching the VOD later, and Mike is about to have a heart attack in the basement. Just like, oh my God, it's going to burn. He needs to take that off the thing. He needs to turn something about the heat. So I knew there was something about my instincts led to almost a blaze in my house. So it's like, okay, well, I can't follow my instincts. I need to follow a tutorial and just follow it to the letter. So I type in how to make a grilled cheese. And it's the first thing that pops up is just a bunch of shorts. And I don't ever see shorts. And so I'm like, all right, this seems to be probably a good function for this. Because I have it blocked on desktop, so I never see them. But I was on my phone trying to figure this out. And I was like, I have guess, whatever. And I can't figure out how, first of all, I can't figure out if you can rewind shorts. I don't know if you can pause shorts. So I'm just restarting it every time I need like a second. So it's like, hey, and it's this guy, and it's the most fucking, I don't know, what's the young kid generation now? Is it Gen Z, Gen Alpha?
Gen Z, yeah.
No,
It's
Alpha.
just a guy-
Sorry,
Gen
Alpha, right?
His fucking voice was like, "Hey, I'm Chef Tyler, and I'm going to teach you. This is like the perfect grilled. And this is going to get you the best cheese pull." And it's like he was making this for Instagram pictures and stuff. I'm instantly annoyed by this guy's voice, his whole cadence, the way he's talking about the cheese pull. Like, I just want it to taste good. I'm not fucking posting stories about this grilled cheese. So I'm already mad about this fucking. And I'm watching a YouTube short. This whole situation is bad. And so eventually I'm tired of trying to figure out how to rewind and things like that. So I'm just, fuck this. I'll wait for Bonk to be home. So that's act one, is me attempting to learn and it failing. And
Wait,
so,
but
yes.
why not just Google it?
I mean, everyone says YouTube's good for that. And so I thought that would be, and like,
What
that would
is
be
when
what
you went
watch
to a
it happen.
short, like you could have definitely scrolled down and found something that wasn't a short.
Like
Yeah,
a video.
And you hate it so much. I don't know why you're putting yourself through this, right? Like,
Look,
Because I
we
just
don't have to
wanted
get
a
hung up
normal
on this.
tutorial. I just wanted to watch a video on how to do this. And it's all
That
like
was
this
definitely
weird
in that
short
search.
stuff.
If you search on YouTube how to make a grilled cheese, and that definitely would have shown up. You probably just had to scroll down a little bit. But hey, here we are. You
I was
waited
very
for Bonk.
confused by
I
the
get it.
shorts in my face, and I was just like, I got to get out of here.
Sure.
Okay, so I said, fuck this. I'll just wait for Bonk to be home. By that time, I can probably taste and everything, and I'm very excited. And so she gets home, and I'm like, hey, Bonk, I know you know how to do this. I've been craving tomato soup and grilled cheese, and I smelled peanut butter this morning, so I know I would be able to enjoy it. She's like, oh yeah, I can make it for you. I said, here, I got the stuff. And she's like, oh, you got like condensed soup. And so I don't know if that's good or bad or anything, but like just to illustrate how little I know about this, I'm just like, I don't know what condensed means. I don't know what different form factors.
It just means it's condensed. You just add water to make it less condensed.
Fine.
So to that point, so she's like, yeah, this will work. And then she dumps it in the pot, and I'm looking at the can because I'm kind of wanting to like observe and see how this happens so I can make it happen for myself in the future. And it said like, oh, for creamier milk, or for creamier soup, you can add milk instead of water. And I was like, ooh, Bonk. I like creamy tomato soup. Can we do milk instead of water? And she's like, oh, you don't want that. We only have vanilla almond milk. And I said, that's fine. Because in my mind, all milk tastes exactly the same. I've said that before. Skim milk, whole milk, every half and half. It's all the exact same thing. So in my mind, that's fine. She's like, really? You want vanilla tomato soup? And I was like, yeah, it's milk. It's the same thing, whatever. And then I was like,
she should have pushed back harder.
and she's like, okay. And then I was like, oh, can you put some like? She's like, is there anything else you want on the soup or anything? And I said, can you just put like some salt and pepper on the tomato soup when it's done? And she's like, oh, it's gonna have tons of salt in the soup already. And that broke my fucking brain too, because like I never considered that like any food packaged or in a restaurant had salt inherently in it. Like I always assumed because hang on.
I'm sorry, I knew that was going to hurt Mike.
Me first, Mike. Me first.
But listen to the logic. No, I think the logic. Hang on. Let me explain the logic.
Yeah, lay it on us.
Because they put salt at the table. So I always assumed that salt
Almost
was
like
something
it's so necessary for food that you also are going to want it at the table.
No, I just thought it meant that salt is something that is applied at the moment of consumption. Like that's where you administer salt is at the table. I did not realize that food that you buy at the grocery store could already have salt baked into it or whatever.
Well, they passed all those culinary laws in the 1910s, and you know how it works.
Someone send a Honda Odyssey for me, please.
So anyway, like 8 things broke my brain here, where it's like, okay, like I didn't know you could do that. Okay, you could do this. All right, condensed. I don't know what that means. And it's like there's already salt in the soup. Like why did they did it? They pre-salted the soup. Like that's crazy.
I know.
So
it is, yeah.
Anyway, I learned that and everything. And then so Act 3, I ate it and it was bad because it was vanilla tomato soup, and then I threw it away.
Why did you?
Yeah.
You really You really weren't concerned about putting vanilla in your soup.
No, because Mike, I know I talk about it. It's not a bit when I say like all milk tastes the same. In my brain, every milk just tastes like milk.
Even flavor. I know that when you say that about 2%.
We only have vanilla almond milk all the time. That's what I put in my cereal. That's what I put in fucking everything, like a coffee or whatever. So in my mind, it's just milk. And so it's like, it's you can put it in anything that needs milk, but it actually made the tomato soup taste like vanilla, and that was gross.
Yeah, I think we all understand how you arrived at this silly situation.
Yeah. And, I think people would probably say, hey, we've warned you about such things. I'll say that you do that to yourself, right? Because your brain tells you that. And then when we put the Coke and the Diet Coke and the Diet Pepsi and everything in front of you, you could tell a pretty good difference. Like you were pretty accurate at that
I think
stuff.
that's how strong my brain is, though, is that
it's overwhelming
myself. I'm working myself to actually think I believe that stuff. But then when I'm confronted with it, I'm like, that's insane. That's not the case at all.
Well,
I think you just sort of choose what you want to remember, and I think that's the part that
choice
continues to kind of get you. Kind of sneaks up back there.
Don't do vanilla in tomato soup. It's
everyone listening knows that. Everyone knows.
Actually, immediately told me I shouldn't do that.
Okay. Did you believe her? I thought if anybody would get, I thought you'd believe her.
Oh, I 100% believe her, but in my mind, maybe it's just like I'm not going to notice it's milk, and then I noticed.
Right. Yeah, you would notice. You would notice vanilla
because it's not milk.
Yeah. The grilled cheese was delicious, but
was that it?
Bad.
Oh, the grilled cheese was okay. Okay,
do you use mayo on the grilled cheese? That was
another thing about this Chef Tyler motherfucker. He's putting like mayonnaise and get the fuck out of here. Like
no, you'd love it.
It's good.
It's just a butter substitute.
It's just butter.
It's
just butter, right?
I'll just do butter. But that's the fucked up thing about grilled cheese. Everyone always gives me shit, being like, it's the easiest thing in the world to make.
It is.
But fucking no one has the same way. Some people do mayonnaise. Some people put the butter on the bread and then just some people just do the butter on the bread and then throw it in the pan. Some people are like melt half a tablespoon of butter in the pan and then you put the bread in there, and then
they all work.
Flip it.
That's why it's easy.
You don't flip it, and you sit for 4 minutes, and no one knows how to make grilled cheese.
But Dan, you're just making it more complicated. You put fat on one side of the bread. That could be a butter or a mayonnaise. It doesn't matter. That's the point. You get that browned. You put the cheese in the middle. You put the other side. You just flip it over.
Yeah.
Some people put the butter in the pan first.
Yeah, because you can do that. Right.
You can also just do what feels comfortable to you, Dan.
Yeah. Yes, because you kind of can't mess it up.
What was comfortable to me, and Mike was having a fucking seizure down here because he thought my kitchen was going to catch on.
So I want to get this past, because you projected this onto me. I never thought you're going to burn your kitchen down. I thought you were making a shitty grilled cheese sandwich because you emptied half a can of Pam into your fucking pan before you cooked the thing.
No, there was a part where you're like, oh, please take it off. Please. It's going to start smoking. Please take it off. And
I thought you were going to burn the sandwich. I didn't think your house was going to burn down.
Oh, well, when I hear it's going to start smoking, I think my house is going to burn down.
No, you're just going to ruin a 50-cent sandwich. It'll be okay.
Speaking about starting to smoke, I think I got to go again. I think I'm starting again after this.
No.
I get it.
Dan, you're gonna have to pay us back for all the subs we just lost. I feel like you're gonna have to like.
Dan's winning the Who's Weirder poll.
So the other options
was the only
were.
option,
Look, I'm the only one that's willing to tell the truth about how nobody knows.
Yeah, you're a hero.
So I take this that we really should go to Benihana and take the hibachi chef class.
Yeah,
I'll do that.
That seems fun.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, I want to make the volcano onion tower.
Yes,
I want to do the egg roll joke.
Fire.
Yeah, egg roll. Yeah.
We all have to have one specialty in the Benihana chef trick line. All right, place your bets now. Yeah. I want to do the zucchini train.
Oh, that's fun. That is a good one.
But too bad zucchini sucks. But yeah,
they need new tricks. I'm just gonna say.
No.
I mean, people kind of want to. We kind of want to play the hits. I think back.
I don't know.
They've been touring off this album for 30 years. It's time.
It's like the Globetrotters, right? They're just gonna keep doing the same thing.
Would it surprise any of you to know that my friends and I had like a griddle and we're like practicing how to juggle and flip around like the tongs and tools they had?
Of course, you did.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to be. I think the devil ssticks version of being a food vendor is those Turkish ice cream guys that like try to give you the ice cream and then they keep taking it away. That's the one I want to learn.
They're goobers.
Good job.
If you use that ice cream, man.
You would kill as a hibachi chef the more I think about it.
Oh, I would love to be a hibachi chef.
That's just little devil sticks.
Yeah, exactly. And little juggling. I like all that stuff.
Yeah.
But it's not as it's not as benign when you drop one of those. Okay, you gotta.
Well, yeah. Listen,
Well, Grubb's
I've
just not
never
going to
dropped
drop
a devil
it.
stick, so that's fine. Yeah.
Well, then we're in the clear. Okay.
If you couldn't tell, this is actually a video game podcast.
Oh.
Oh, thank God. I've never been so happy to hear that.
Oh, I've been looking for an eject button for 10 minutes.
Wait, Dan was like, boy, please make sure you don't let me forget to tell this story before we started.
I want to get everyone extremely
It's
mad.
the most exciting part of my last week.
But, in order to play video games, most of the time you need a controller. And yesterday, we dropped our review video and an unboxing for the Steam controller, which you can use to play video games.
You can.
Really good. Grubb, you've been spending a lot of time with it.
Yeah, I love it. It's good. It's $100. That's the thing that makes everyone kind of go, "Oh man."
I don't get the outrage though.
Because people have grown up in a world when they think about when they have bought controllers, they are still thinking of getting them for $50 or $60, maybe $70. The
It's all that RAM.
Yeah, the RAM. I mean, God, the RAM in this thing's crazy. The DualSense is 75. So, okay, that's kind of a tough comparison. I see that. But the more recently released controllers, the Joy-Con 2 and the Nintendo Switch Pro controller, are $190 respectively. So this is where controllers are headed. I still think that the $100 for controller is insane. But if they came and took this away from me, I would go out and buy one. I would spend the money on it because it really is that good. The D-pad is fantastic. The analog controls are very good as well, and it's all very comfortable to use. Like none of it is I got to bend my thumb or anything like that. It just fits in my hand in the exact way I want, and then it has all the feature parity with the Steam Deck. So when you're using Steam Input and Steam OS and Steam just on your PC, you get all of the extra features that were already in the Steam Deck and all these millions of community profiles and developer profiles made for the Steam Deck. They'll just work on this thing. So it's like, oh, they have thought of it all. And then the puck is great, charging it. Just everything about it, Dan, is really working for me.
Yeah, speaking of the profiles and stuff, Grubb, I don't know if you've noticed this or if I saw this right, but like I've been playing Slay the Spire 2. And when I play on the Steam Deck, I like to use the trackpads because like there's stuff like if you hover over any of the like relics or anything, you see the descriptions. And it's better to use a mouse for that to hover over stuff because the controller can't get to everything. So on the Steam Deck, I made a profile to like, okay, I'm going to make the trackpads act as mouse and to press it in is click for each. And I swear when I played it on PC recently, I think it just translated to my controller. Like, have you noticed that? Like making a profile on the Steam Deck and then it just works for this like one-to-one?
Yes, right. It just kind of carried over for me. That happened at least once.
Yeah, it just kind of worked. And then like use cases for me, they're ones that like I didn't even see coming that I love. Like, for instance, I have a gaming laptop hooked up to my TV. So when I play PC games on the TV, it's usually going through that. But I also use the laptop a lot for like, look, if I'm loading up like an AEW pay-per-view or whatever, and I'm doing like a VPN thing, and I bought the thing through a VPN. Like basically I'm saying I got to like click around a browser a lot on my TV. And that usually means I've got a Bluetooth keyboard and mouse flopping around on the couch and stuff. And it's awkward, like trying to move a mouse on the couch or my knee or something like that. But like being able to use this with the trackpad and everything.
Surprisingly good.
It removed the mouse situation, so it's good for just browsing the computer. I dock my Steam Deck a lot, and I just like there are certain games that I like to walk, like Slay the Spire, Mugenics, a lot of like turn-based stuff, vampire crawlers. It's great for on the treadmill or whatever. So this has been fantastic. Just dock the Steam Deck. It's got all my profiles and stuff on there. Play with that. Anything that uses a mouse, like if you play Steam Deck, you know how good those trackpads are, and it's just fantastic having that like in controller form. It just feels great. I compared it to a Dreamcast controller in a couple of videos we've made, but I do think just because of how kind of tall it is, like just the way my hands rest on it reminds me of the Dreamcast controller without the weird cord coming out the bottom.
Right.
I just think the form factor is fantastic. The back buttons here, like kind of the back pads, they're just these little circles here. They're not like, I always hated the Elite controller, like the way that the big metal ones that would kind of flop around and get in the way. I preferred the DualSense Edge ones, the little nubs, over the Elite controller, but like this is my favorite like back pad situation in a controller.
And it's like you were talking about the ergonomics of it. So just like holding it with your hand to like hit the D-pad or the stick, it all just kind of fits, and these nice long paddles make it super easy to like do either one, and that's very natural. But then when it is time to go down and use the trackpads, you do have to like bring your thumb way down here. But the way that the handles are set up is I just kind of like widen my grip, then my fingers naturally fall on the back buttons, and this is a very comfortable way to hold it as well. And now it's like, oh, yeah, I could set these back buttons to be the inputs along with the trackpad. So when I am doing inputs for the PC or something, I don't have to like then reach back up and hit the face buttons, and everything remains super comfortable. They thought about every way that people are going to be using this, and they didn't just like take a Steam Deck apart, slap it back together, and call it a controller. They really adapted it to be the best controller it can be. And then that D-pad is phenomenal. It is so good.
A great D-pad.
And speaking about thinking of all the different ways people could use it, I'm very interested to see how like the community, once it's out for people, and like the different profiles that people will make for like very specific games. Like I don't know if like the gyro aiming would be available for every single game, but I know that there are Splatoon.
As long as you have Steam
sickos.
open, I think so. Yeah.
Okay. I know that there are Splatoon sickos out there that insist on the gyro aiming versus the analog stick. So I'm curious to see if that'll be prevalent. Dan, I remember when we checked it out at Valve, the thing that wowed me the most was the pointer feature. In it, which is
so used to like pointer stuff has been around forever, but like you think about like a lot of it, like the Wii remote, there's that lag to it. It kind of just feels like it's just kind of like trailing behind where your hand is ever so slightly. This is the most just like, oh man, it is just exactly
instantaneous.
The way like if you ever played like the Ocarina of Time remake on 3DS and you could do like the shooting gallery games, and it was like that was one of the first times in gyro aiming. I was like, oh, this is just perfectly. This makes it like much better than traditional controls. Like you kind of have that with everything with the Steam controller here. I haven't done a lot of FPS stuff with the gyro aiming. Grubb, have you messed around with like FPS much with this?
A little bit, but I was also trying out the trackpad. We did that interview with some people from Steam, and they were saying Lawrence Yang, and they were saying like, oh yeah, I like to like play first person shooters, and then like use the trackpad to get even more accurate. I'm like, really? And I tried that. I'm like, oh, that worked too. But I tried gyro at that time, and yeah, as long as you have Steam open, you have the full feature set of the controller, because you're going to need Steam input to fully take advantage of everything. So that does like raise some questions, like what is that going to look like when people try to use all the features on like RetroArch and stuff? But thankfully, the big part of that is the community's already solved a lot of those things because of the Steam Deck. And then once this thing gets out in the wild, I do think it's going to become, if not the default PC controller, the other default PC controller next to the Xbox input. So yeah, I think we're going to expect full community support to come out of the woodwork for this thing, and every possible use case will be accounted for.
It's so cool too, like the puck thing that like instead of like I've used a dongle on that laptop before, and when something is shoved up there next to all the other things emitting Bluetooth and Wi-Fi and all that,
electrical interference,
input lag, all sorts of things where I have to reconnect and everything. This puck kind of getting it away from the PC, and then just the way when you're done with it, the magnet just goes right on there. It's really, really handy. I'm loving it.
I think I talked about it and mentioned it during the review video, but I am genuinely curious about trying this for editing, right? Because some of the editing for the archives of our streams is very light touch, just like a little bit of adjustments here and there. But with like the addition of the trackpad there, it could kind of like fine tune stuff. Maybe like in DaVinci Resolve, futz around with like scopes and whatnot. I'm very excited about this, and I normally don't get excited about a controller, but also
you should use if you're serious, you should. I've heard a lot of people like those tour box things.
Yeah, but this reminds me of like one of those tour boxes.
I think this one could easily be like turned into one of those.
Yeah,
with like all. Yes, because with all of the abilities to build hot menus and stuff like that. So. Yeah. The left trackpad already in Windows without like I think even Steam open, but especially with Steam open, just automatically becomes a scroll wheel. So you just kind of go in a circle and it goes up and down in the menu, and you could just already see like, oh yeah, that could be sort of one of those wheels you would have for a Premiere Pro project. But then you could make the other trackpad like if I press this button, give me a menu, and then I can navigate it with this thing, and then when I let go of that button, it goes back to being a mouse and a clicker. I could see it being like people building profiles in the Steam input for all kinds of productivity tools.
Yeah. And I don't know if we mentioned it here, but that puck supports 4 different controllers as well, right?
Yes.
Okay. 4 controllers without losing any without introducing any latency. They said I think it might be able to support even more than that, but up to 4, like promised, and it's all going to function as well as it possibly can. And then that $100 price tag, they try to justify it in some ways. I do think that the puck is pretty smart. Now, most of these controllers come with a dongle, so making it like a charging thing as well, it's like, okay, this feels a little bit more premium. I would say that the build quality feels solid, but it doesn't feel like one of the $200 controllers, but it certainly feels It feels durable. I'm always hesitant to use that word because we just won't know until people actually get these things in their hands for a long period of time if they actually will hold up to a lot of use. But on that end, it's repairable. Like the screws you could see them right in the back. They're hex screws, but they're very easily accessible. And they're working with iFixit to make sure that is all good. Like all the parts will be there and easily attained. Cool. So yeah, they've done a lot of work, and then they've. Like for the analog sticks, they're not using. This is not one of those things where like, hey, we're going to sell you a controller, and then in a year later, you're going to need to buy another one because of drift. They're not even using the Hall effect sensors. They're using TMR sensors, I believe is what they are, which is even a step up from Hall effect because it has a really good dead zone in terms of being really tiny, no false inputs, and then also will not introduce drift over time. As far as, in most circumstances, way, way better than the traditional sticks. So they're putting the right technology in here to sort of say, hey, it's an investment. You're going to get this thing. You're going to be able to repair it. The battery's not going to overcharge. You're going to be able to easily replace the battery, though, when you want to. So, yeah, you're going to spend a little money up front and hopefully have it forever. And I hope I do because I really, again, like it a ton.
I'm curious, once they get things working better with RetroArch and everything, that must be really nice for all the different things you can do in RetroArch,
yes.
Like how to utilize those trackpads and everything, and the gyro. It's going to be really cool.
I think this will be great whenever we have to go to like a PAX and if we're playing a game or whatever, we just bring a Steam Deck and then all of us will probably have a Steam controller to bring, sync it up with a puck, good to go.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly. It'd be handy for any situation because I could just navigate my menus in Steam Deck like I had the Steam Deck in my hands. Yeah, that'd be really nice.
Oh, yeah. A game that I would like to use the Steam controller with, but unfortunately I cannot because it is only on the PS5, is Saros. Chef Grubb, you did a review in progress for this Jimmy Jam, and that came out over the weekend. Any expanded thoughts?
Yeah, I think I'm at the final boss, and he's hard, he's difficult. I one-shotted the third boss, so I felt pretty proud of that one. Yes, and then I'm like, it's a little bit disappointing because I'm like, man, I kind of like fighting against these bosses for a long time. Thankfully, this last boss has been pretty challenging. Although I think I've got him understood now. I should beat him here pretty soon. It continues to be good. Continues to be a very good game. I think a lot of my criticisms from Returnal still apply here, where I think these runs are still very samey. Thankfully, they do have more going on in terms of the depth of what you can do. So the absorbing the enemy shots, I think that just adds enough of a layer of complexity to the moment-to-moment gameplay that it has kept me pretty thoroughly engaged. And then the progression and the meta progression is also pretty I want to be figuring this stuff out because there's this huge skill tree, and every time I invest in that skill tree, the game does become a little bit more manageable. And I've so far it's been like, okay, I'm getting near the end. I'm liking it more and more. I think it's plateaued, but I still think this is a good game.
Now, Grubb, I'm curious because I'm about to beat the second boss in the second biome, and something I've noticed, and I'm curious if it goes the whole game, is that it almost feels tuned perfectly with the skill tree to be like, okay, once you have gotten because there are blocks on the skill tree where it's you can move up to this next part of the skill tree once you've beat this boss, but you need to beat the boss first. But you don't have to get every spindle of the tree to get up there. So you can get to the first boss and only have half of the skill tree up at that point. And I always feel like it's overpowered at that point. And by the time I have everything, all the pips up to the blocker, I feel like that's when I can okay, this is going to be the run where I finally take down the boss. It seems tuned very intentionally that way. Is that how you feel?
Yeah, they definitely have built in a difficulty curve into this thing that is a self-propelling loop of, I was really close that time. Oh God, that means I got a bunch of Lucenite, which is the currency. If I just upgrade a few more things, I just needed to survive 10 more seconds. I could get a couple more. I could put a couple more points in resilience, which is going to make me more survivable, give me higher HP, and put a little bit more into command. There's a pip right there. I'll just go buy that one. Command is how much damage you do. So okay, yeah, that should buy me 10 seconds, and you go back in there. And really, of course, with these games, what's always happening is you're really learning the game. You're getting better. But it kind of gives you this idea of the game's also going to be easier. And that's the real reason you're getting better. And well, it's a combination of the two. And they feed back into one another in a really strong way. So if people had a thing with Returnal where it was difficult to the point of putting them off, or they kind of really didn't like the feeling of the progression, I think all of that has been answered here. They have tuned that. They've almost over-tuned it to the point where it's like, oh, I should like be focusing these early runs on just getting the resources so I can upgrade faster, because then I'll be able to beat the boss in the way that the game really expects me to beat it, with the amount of power I should have. And so it almost to me feels like I'm on this path, this set path, instead of sort of figuring out my own way. But it's hardly a criticism, because I think it's going to open up the game to a ton more people.
It's definitely more accessible. I would hazard people to not make the mistake I made, where like Returnal, the alt fire of each weapon is if you hold the trigger down halfway. If you hold L2 down halfway and then you shoot, that activates the alt fire. And I messaged Grubb at one point. I was like, "Are you fucking up the alt fire a lot too?" Because there are a lot of times it like wouldn't work, and it's like if you hold it down all the way, that's your power weapon, which you don't always have. And so like, it felt like I was going too far and I couldn't use my alt fire because it thought I was using my power weapon, if that makes sense. And Grubb's like, no, not really having that problem. Just hold it like halfway or whatever. And it's like, what am I doing wrong here? And then I watched the video, Grubb, where you were like talking about all the haptics and like when you absorb the orbs and stuff. And I remember thinking like, what the fuck? I'm not noticing a lot of haptics or anything here. And then I realized I've got the DualSense Edge. And it's got like a separate sub menu where you alter like the trigger stuff and the haptics and everything. And I had overwritten my Astrobot speedrun profile, the one that I turned off everything just to focus on the speedrun. And so I had to go into like a different sub menu and turn it. Like I've been playing 7 or 8 hours at this point, and then I flipped that stuff on, and it's like a new game now, because like you remember how good those like the trigger intensity things are and everything. Definitely turn all that stuff up all the way for this game.
Okay. Yes, it benefits it. It makes the game better and makes it more playable. Yeah, I don't know if I haven't looked into seeing if there was a way to remap that secondary fire. I would say just get used to it. It works, and I like it quite a bit.
It does have a lot of accessibility options. Like you can change, because there is so much like color coded stuff. Like, oh, the blue ones are the ones you absorb, and these are the corrupted ones. Like you can change the color of the orbs and HUD stuff and everything. Like very good at that.
Yeah, I think this is a game that I'm glad people are liking so much. It's like I think I said this during that video we made, where it's just not the roguelite that I'm in the mood for in the moment. I was much more into something like Sectori, but that's like it fed my sickness in a very specific way. For what they're going for here, I think this is kind of like an ideal version of this game that they're going to try to charge as a full price premium game. You know, Housemarque was a Super Stardust HD. They were making Resogun, they are making arcade-style games, like PlayStation's equivalent to Xbox Live Arcade, and they were nailing that stuff. That's what they were going for years and years and years. So them to have like slowly morph into being another one of those PlayStation studios that can do the big serious stories game, it always felt like weird to me, but they are making it work here. And I think they're making all the right choices in terms of building a game that still feels like an arcadey, run and gun, bullet hell experience, while also being able to be this thing that people will be like, oh, that was worth $70. On that note, though, I'm still not into the story.
I'm not either, and I never like
to say that.
I think the direction. I felt the same way with Returnal. Like the direction and everything is very good, but the actual story itself, I'm not really getting super invested in.
It's very familiar stuff.
How is it doled out when it's like this style of
a little Hades-like? Where you get done with a run and oh my god, I'm dead. Bang! You're hit in the face with a big white light and some cool visual aesthetic, neat clips of like the King in Yellow showing up for a second, and some bed sheets ruffling, and some like fire exploding in a dead tree, and all that stuff does a good job of building up the world and making it feel cool. And then you get back to the home base, and there's a handful of NPCs that you talk to, and again, it's one of those stories, one of those weird fiction stories where, hey, everybody's on this planet and they're going insane because they're looking at the planet too much. But you're not, because you're the hero and you just want to complete the mission. And the mission is to save the people from the previous ship, people that you've never met as the player and don't care about. And then eventually there's one specific person you're trying to save. And you're like, okay, I've seen this story a million times and this is not doing anything new to like get to reinvigorate my spirits toward it.
Yeah, it's very Carcosa, King in Yellow, like the True Detective season 1 stuff. Yes, that is very heavy on that imagery, and
it does a good job playing in that space visually and in terms of tone. Just the specifics of the plot and the characterization of Rahul Kohli's character, I think he does a great job. He is like leading man material. It's awesome to look at. He's a cool looking dude doing cool looking dude stuff. And then, he's got to talk, and the material they give him is very just like, I just need to complete the mission. Okay.
I need to get better.
Yeah.
Bullet hell. Listen, I know Returnal like went through some sort of went through like updates, like pretty meaningful stuff, right?
The co-op
Yeah.
stuff and like the tower.
Well, I mean, even like how like people couldn't save their run halfway
right?
through.
There's like a saving thing, right?
Right, that
Do-
was
do
not
you-
their
about
launch.
that.
Yeah, yes.
Do you think there's runway for some of the not course correction stuff, but like meaningful updates with this game's sort of lifeline?
I think this
thing?
time around that they would take that energy and just continue to make the game bigger because I think they've nailed what they're going for here, and all of the the thing with Returnal and not being able to save. It's like, are people going to be cool with this? This is the game we're trying to make here. These are runs, and things are supposed to feel ephemeral and like you can lose them. And everyone's like, we'll meet you halfway. Can you give us some way to like walk away and go take care of our kids during dinner or something like that? This time around, they know all those pitfalls, and you could tell that they have built a game that structurally can just hold itself up in all these different instances for all these different kinds of players. So I think instead this time around that they would anything they might do would be like, I guess they could improve the story with a story drop DLC. I could instantly see or easily imagine that happening, but I don't know, because it's a game that's already full priced and people are showing up for it. I think they probably put everything they can into it. We'll see what they have in terms of updates, though.
Lovely, fantastic. Speaking about games that a lot of people definitely like, but I'm curious to see how this person feels about it. Mike Minotti, you've been playing through Resident Evil 3 Nemesis.
That's right. This would be the OG Resident Evil 3, specifically the
Well, technically, he's holding up the GameCube version,
it's
so that's not really the original.
It's the original. It's a port of the original game.
Well, but not the original that came out. But
the original, as opposed to the remake. Oh God, go make a grilled cheese.
I wish I could, Mike.
Yeah, we all wish that. I've been kind of catching up with the Res Evils I haven't played yet. I played the original Res Evil 2 last weekend. This time made sense to do Nemesis, and I just so happened to own this GameCube version. And I was curious just like how the GameCube versions of these games feel compared to the PlayStation 1. They actually do have a more noticeable like visual upgrade than I was expecting. Like the resolution's a bit nicer. Obviously, the character models are a little smoother, maybe even better models, because I think there was, a PC or Dreamcast port as well, where they originally first kind of spruced up the models. So this game has
Mike, I was surprised. I tuned in a little bit when you were playing, and I was like, okay, surely this is like, maybe he's playing the GameCube one. Oh, maybe this is going through Dolphin or something like that. And you were like, no, this is going through a retro tank. This is on a GameCube. Like, it looked a lot better than I expected.
Yeah, it's because at the time I remember because GameCube got Resident Evil 1 Remake as an exclusive, and then Resident Evil 4, 0 were like initially exclusives as well. But then they just ported 2, 3, and Code Veronica. I remember at the time those were looked at kind of like derisively, like, oh, these are cheaper. I can't remember if they were charging full price for them, but people weren't impressed then. And now I'm like, that's super neat that they did that, actually. I wish we had more just kind of slightly upgraded ports of PS1 games on the GameCube. And so few people bought those back then that they're very expensive and hard to get now. Like just recently, the prices went up quite a bit. I was lucky I got this one long enough ago that it wasn't too bad. It was a little weird with the GameCube controller, just because like tank controls with an analog stick takes some getting used to, and the D-pad sucks on the GameCube controller, so you don't want to use that. But I eventually got used to all of that. The game was controlling just fine. It was looking really nice, and I was having a good time. I definitely did not like it anywhere near as much as I liked OG 2. You don't have like that strong central location, except I guess they're trying to make the streets of Raccoon City that, and that works okay, but it means it's a lot of like roads and they're sort of narrow and there's too many enemies and it's kind of sometimes difficult to dodge them or shoot them. You go into the RPD for a moment. There's other sequences like the clock tower. It's like, okay, these are like little mini areas and that's feeling pretty good. The boss fights are driving me insane. This game was giving you boss fights that should not be in a game with tank controls. And I defend tank controls, but they want you to fight Nemesis. And he can just, with them. Yeah. He's running around like Sonic the Hedgehog, and he has a ranged attack.
He don't have tank controls.
Right, he don't have tank controls. And it's and most of the times the fights turn out they have a gimmick, and it's like, all right, so what is the gimmick here? This time I have to avoid this worm for 2 minutes until an earthquake happens, and then these electrical poles get loosened, and then I could shoot them into this lake and lure the worm over there. Of course, the first time you're just shooting the fucking worm, then you realize, oh well, that's not right. I gotta die and restart because I just wasted all that ammo. But like every once in a while, it's like, nope, turns out you are just in a fight. So bring 3 healing items and 50 shotgun shells and kind of good luck. But like Resident Evil 2, in Resident Evil 1, maybe you could say the boss fights aren't that interesting because it is mostly just, hey, bring your magnum ammo or your grenade launcher and kind of stand your ground, maybe run around a little bit. But they work for that kind of game. This is trying to be more ambitious. And I think internally they justified it because they added a dodge button in this one, but the dodge works by pushing the same buttons that you push to shoot. So
am I remembering right that like I feel like with the Nemesis stuff, I remember renting it back in the day, and like I thought he would like break through a wall and then like it would like fade to kind of like white, and it'd be like, what do you want to do, A or B? Doesn't it do something like that?
Yeah, so there's like that's like one of the other things they're really proud of as a new feature is like there's these moments where it's like, are you gonna do this? Are you going to do that? And like, I think most of the time it kind of just puts you on one different path or the other. There's one time I was in a restaurant, like Nemesis showed up, like, are you going to go in the basement or are you going to stand your ground fight? I was like, I guess I'll go in the basement. Then I went down there and there's nothing down there. And it's like, oh, that was just wrong. So then I go back up and he immediately kills me. So I'm like, all right, I guess I got the wrong flip of the coin there on that one, right? So, oh well. And then like, so he's at you, you're shooting him and you're trying to shoot him. But then you accidentally dodge because he happens to attack you. And whenever you want to dodge, that's not going to happen. Then the dodge will never work, and you'll just stand there and kind of take it. So, and like in general, just a much harder game than 2 was. And some of it is like it's meant to be harder. Maybe a lot of people think 2 is too easy. So I can see maybe they're course correcting there, but also just sort of frustrating. But still, it's classic Resident Evil. Jill Valentine is cool. I still love, the pre-rendered backgrounds. The Nemesis stuff is cool. This is the first time we had the lurker or like the stalker enemy. And those moments where you are just like running away from him and he might show up like that there's still tension there, and that feels nice. So yeah, I had a good time with it. I don't think I think it's definitely the weakest of the PS1 trilogy for sure. Okay. Though.
So would you say that any of the remakes are worse? Any of the remakes are better at this point? Because now you've played all the ones that have originals and remakes, right? Can you break that down for me? How you feel about it?
It is funny because I think on every case, I still like the remake more. Even though like OG 2 and 2 remake, they both have their strengths. 2 remake just feels so good to play.
Yes.
3 is weird because the remake is, I've heard people complain like, oh, they cut this, they cut that. And I played it. I'm like, yeah, it is weird how much that they cut, and I don't know why they did it. And yet, also, this game, which is too short, I do understand it's really fun. It's kind of just a good little romp, and it has great boss fights, and it just feels better to play. So, again, it's like I get why people would prefer the original there, so it's close. And then, like, Resident Evil 1, that's a classic. Resident Evil 1 remake's one of the best of all time. Resident Evil 4, same thing. I think it's a case where all the originals are good to very good to classics, and then like remakes are just all, really good, and sometimes in very similar ways, sometimes in different ways, but it just feels plus up to me. I don't know if anybody does remakes better than Resident Evil. They're just fantastic.
No way. I don't think so.
Yeah.
No way.
I think I'm with you. there. A game that I have checked out very briefly, but it has set parts of the internet on fire, is Titanium Court. And this is not the simple game that I thought it was. I thought this was just like
It's easy to explain, though, right?
Yeah.
That's what I hear. Very easy to, one line, maybe?
Several lines. On its surface, it is a match 3 game. But after that, it is so much more, it turns out, because it is kind of a roguelike where if you fail matching 3, you start at the very beginning, but on top of matching 3, depending on the tiles that you match, you're also gathering resources. So we're gathering food, water, rocks. I forget what they're actually called in the game. And then from there, you also have to contend with these enemy castles that are also spawning on the map, but you can match them away as well. But after you a low tide has happened because you only have a specific number of turns to match 3, gather resources. You then enter a recruiting phase where it kind of becomes a little bit of a tower defense, a very light touch RTS. I guess not an RTS then, where you build units, and then from there, your units are either gathering more supplies or defending your base or attacking the enemy castles. And that's as far as I am now. But on top of that, they are doling out a new different mechanic and a new different thing every level or every little step of progression. Also, there's a story that is, it seems very integral to the understanding everything that's going on. I think I found a Shakespeare, guys. I think it's a Shakespeare game. Because
Macbeth.
Midsummer Night's Dream specifically. Because
Yes. So what fools these mortals be?
Where's plot?
wow.
It's just like, what? Okay, good for you.
And it's neat. I like it. It is it's very difficult to be funny in a video game. Not a lot of games do not nail it, or the tone just doesn't mesh with everyone. But I've been enjoying it so far. I can easily see myself losing a lot of time to this game. An interesting thing though that this game does with the match 3 mechanic is you have your titanium court, which is your base, and normally with a match 3 game, right, if you slide a tile over and it doesn't complete the 3 or match into a sequence with the other tiles, it slides back into place. But with your titanium court, you can use that to swap places with anything, and then it maintains that position. So if you're kind of like one tile away from getting like a really good match of like, I'd hit like 5 tiles here if I just could nudge this other mountain tile 2 more spaces over. Does anyone hear that?
Yeah,
Oh,
are they tearing up the ground again at the daycare?
No, that's not me, I think.
Tearing up your ground.
Oh, it's not you?
No.
It's not me.
It's not me.
Not me.
Oh, weird. All right. Someone was sliding into the internet pipes. Anyway.
I think it was coming from Backlar. I'm just going to say it. I think there's a buzzing something Backlar. Is there road work outside?
Not currently.
Are you
Okay.
Are you Morse coding someone right now?
Perhaps. None of your business. Dash.
This titanium court game I thought was like taking over the internet, and it only has 264 or 260 reviews on Steam right now.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's still like a little bit of a sleeper right now. I feel like people are going to keep talking about it, but like what I understand, Jan, is while people like present it or like it does like, hey, it's a roguelite. Once you start playing it, it really is kind of about seeing what the game can do and what like. But tearing away like the seams of the game, right? That's what one review I read said, where it's like, hey, you just want to go in there and like kind of treat it almost like a sandbox and come up with an idea and see, hey, will this work? Do you have like any examples of like what that would be like, or is that something you're not at yet?
I don't think I'm quite at that point yet. It feels like you are also like building up relationships or getting to know the people actually in your court, and then from there you're getting to expand the different buildings within your own castle. Like I just went to my office for the first time, and like it showed me like a different tower I could be in. I think Chuck had Discorded me. Titanium Court is the whimsical 2026 version of Blueprints done as a match 3. That is a quote from Chuck himself. So
That's high praise.
I think there's a lot more underneath the surface. I'm definitely going to try and spend more time with it, but this is one of those games, gang. I just wish it was out on the Switch. I realize I can put it on my Steam Deck 100%, but then, I'm already on the Switch too because your boy can't stop playing Pokemon.
Oh, the Pokemans, Pokejans. Yeah.
I won't bore y'all with more of that, but gang, the meta's fucked right now.
Oh no,
Scarf
brother!
Garchomp is tearing up the ladder. I can't get out of Ultra Ball. I feel like a loser. Anyway, speaking about cards and
are you going to Scarf Garchomp? I'm trying to make Scarbo Fair work there, but it's not.
I'm trying to think of a like Skarsgård joke, but yeah.
Sure, okay, yeah.
Speaking about losing an obscene amount of time to a video game, which I've been doing with Pokemon Champions, Mike Minotti, you spent a good chunk of time with Vampire Crawlers.
I beat it. I got credits.
Oh, you beat it.
Yeah, I
Nice.
finished the game. Because we did kind of a little like live quick look, just GB plays thing yesterday. I did that with Chuck, and kind of did a late game run, and then just played a couple more runs after that. I'm like, oh, okay, we're done. I did definitely get to a point where I bought enough upgrades and I could do things and figure it out. That I sort of solved the game.
Right.
Like 3 levels before the end, I kind of come up with the combo of crawlers that I was bringing in. There's a point where you can bring more than one crawler, and each crawler kind of has like different passive abilities. And I basically had 3 of them. Where each time I played a purple card, which is a card that gives you mana, which you need mana to play cards. But like I'm playing those cards, which gives me mana, but also these other crawlers and their passive effects are making like also you're gonna draw a card. And you're going to increase the amount of cards you draw each turn, and you're also going to increase how many projectiles you use when you deal damage. And so, because like I was drawing cards, I was almost going infinite practically. It's like drawing every card in my deck and then redrawing those cards. And the game does have a mechanic built into it where if you draw the same card too many times in one turn, it starts to crack. And I was like, it's happened during the stream yesterday. I'm like, what's this, Chuck? He's like, oh yeah, play it. So now I play it again. And it summons the Grim Reaper, right? So that's bad.
Oh,
Nice.
And then I played another one. It summoned a second Grim Reaper, and I had 3 Grim Reapers. So
are they helping you?
No, they wanted to
okay.
kill me.
They don't like
for
you.
cheating.
Okay.
They knew I broke the game, but they wanted me dead. So there's like, even still, like you could, before you get to that point, you could just go crazy in a single round. And I was able to buy other permanent upgrades by that point, like re-rolls when I given choices of cards, to the point where it's like, I know what cards I want. I know how to build this deck in a way that I'm probably going to be indestructible. And I did get to that point, kind of the last third of the game, where I was like, all right, I'm starting to steamroll it, which itself was a satisfying feeling. I know there's a lot of people now who think that roguelikes have gotten too roguelike, and that it often feels like you're mostly just rewarded for sticking with it, and eventually you kind of will become powerful enough. There's definitely a bit of that here, but it's really satisfying. Just the game itself with the cards feels so good. And also figuring out that combo system where it's like, okay, so play 0 mana card to a 1 mana card to a 2 mana card. At first, it is kind of that simple, but then you get things like wild cards, which can reset the combo. So you can go 0-1-2, wild card, 0-1-2. Or you can kind of augment cards that have lower mana costs all the way down to like a -1. Now you can start your combo at -1.
Or
So,
you can
like,
raise the mana cost to be like,
Yeah.
okay, well now that's going to help me do the 1, 2, 3, 4,
Right. So it's like, at first it's like, okay, like a ×3 is pretty good for a combo, to the end where I'm having turns where I'm playing like 20 cards and not dropping the combo. And it feels amazing. Dan, I know you're a little skeptical on this one at first. It seems like you've come around a bit.
At first, but like that's what I was going to say is like maybe your first couple runs with this, or it's like, okay, I think I see what's going on here. Okay, we're kind of mapping the Vampire Survivors aesthetic onto this kind of basic card game, card builder, deck builder. After like 1 or 2 runs, you start seeing how quickly that stream of unlocks happens, where it's just like back at the village. It feels like every time you beat a run for the first handful, it's like, now you have this thing. Now you got the blacksmith where you can do the gyms. Now you got this upgrade place. Now you got the bar where you can get different crawlers and stuff. Like you just constantly, like at each run, it's like, here's 10 different things, new cards, new features and everything, and you're unlocking stuff. It's got that same giant unlock list that like Vampire Survivors had. So it very quickly ramps up. And like, I do like that, like, as I'm playing a lot of Slay the Spire 2 right now, too, it doesn't feel like I'm playing 2 similar games concurrently.
Cool.
They're both deck builders and card games, but, like, Slay the Spire 2 is one where I'm kind of poring over every effect and buff and debuff, and I'm really kind of thinking out every turn. Vampire Crawlers is not on autopilot, but it's like cruise control. You got to, keep your hands on the wheel, but
Nice.
it's like, it's a smoother, kind of easier deck builder experience. And just like moving around the actual like levels themselves is fun. Just kind of like, breaking all the torches and stuff, getting the bonuses.
Sure.
Yeah.
And they put, like,
Evolving weapons like you would in Vampire Survivors and getting more powerful
and
cards.
the upgrades you
It's
find
great.
just as you're playing through too. And like there is that element of like, oh, what am I going to get? Even though, again, I definitely got to a point where I can sort of force myself to get the things that I needed to get.
I normally don't like this style of like dungeon crawler games per se. Like Etrian Odyssey, I think, is one. There's like a Persona dungeon crawler.
Yeah. The dungeon crawler aspect here is pretty secondary. It's almost more of an aesthetic than the game
Mhm.
play. The gameplay is definitely card. It's a deck builder. That's the real game.
But this moves at such a rapid clip that I feel like it takes away like my misgivings about that style of RPG dungeon crawler. And also, folks should definitely check out the quick look live that Mikey and Chuck did yesterday, because if you miss the particle effects and the visual dopamine of Vampire Survivors, I feel like it's ×2 here.
It's like I was back in Vegas. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I've said before, like I always liked Vampire Survivors, not as much as like Dan or Jeff did. This was just a bit more my speed, and this was the one where, I mean, like how long has the game been out? It feels like not just a week or two.
Yeah.
And I just blazed through like that 26 hours, according to Steam, to get to those credits. God, I'm looking at it right now. My brother Chris is playing. Chris, aren't you at work? My goodness, playing video games at work. Can you imagine? Yeah.
Narc.
It's really good. I'm all for them just kind of continuing to use these sort of characters and sprites and abilities. Like let's see the match 3 vampire game now, right?
That would hit really hard.
Yeah. Give me the cart. Give me the cart racer. Let's go. Why not?
Let's do it all.
Yeah. Vampire cart.
Yeah.
Vampire drifters.
Oh.
What if this wouldn't work? This couldn't work. But what if they did a Metroidvania with these characters?
Oh,
you're silly. You're so silly.
God, I'm sorry, guys.
Vampire
so
searchers.
They should do a Myst-like.
Oh, Vampire. It's just pictures.
Yeah, it's just JPEGs.
You solve a puzzle, garlic explodes and everything. Great. Gang, what a week for video games. A bunch of stuff is coming out. But we're going to go take a quick bricky break, and we will be back with the news right after this. This is Jeff Grubb with the news. Jeff Grubb.
Yeah, I have news. Let's do it. Let's start here with the weird one. PlayStation Digital DRM scare happened over the weekend, and now it seems like it's continuing to happen.
Yeah.
Players and preservation-focused accounts reported that newly purchased digital PS4/PS5 games may now require a 30-day online license check. Sony has not publicly clarified whether this is an intentional DRM, a bug, or a rollout mistake. VGC says that Spawnwave, a YouTuber, tested multiple games as part of the broader verification wave, while Push Square says evidence is mounting, but urges caution until Sony comments. Kotaku did kind of continue to follow up on it and said that they talked to people who talked to support and got different answers. One said that there is a 30-day timer. And then there was concerns that support account was just an AI-generated response. So who knows if that's telling the truth? Fun, cool thing to have happen. And then another person for the support team said there is no 30-day check. So the point is, no one still seems to know what's going on here. Now, this 30-day check, as a reminder, is this thing where you buy a digital game. When you buy it, it's all good. It's on your system. And then if you don't, connect to the internet again, well, that's fine as long as this is your home PlayStation 5 or home PlayStation 4 and you want to play that game and you're logged into your account, shouldn't be a problem. Unless now this is true, in which case, if you take it offline and don't check in within 30 days, you're going to lose access to that game. This is a little bit counter to the way that PlayStation positioned the PS4 way back in the day versus the Xbox Series X, or the Xbox One X, excuse me, and the Xbox One at the time, where it was like, hey, we are going to have all these online check features and all this DRM, and isn't that great? And PlayStation's like, well, we're not, because we're for the gamers. A little bit of a backstep here potentially, although again, we just don't know if this is some bug or not. But it is, again, people are saying
they could tell us if it was, right? Like they could say something, and they've not said anything yet. From for the gamers to fuck the gamers, apparently, or players, whatever the hell they want to call them. Yeah. It's just bizarre because again, if this is just some error, fix it or tell us it's an error. The fact that they're not is concerning. And, why do this? How does this move the needle that much for them? It just is annoying. It's just a bad look. It's really obnoxious and stupid.
Yeah, I could see one way it could be a bug if it's the same check that happens on PlayStation Plus instant library games. you have to have a PlayStation Plus account to keep those things active, to have them actually be in your library and functioning.
Right.
So they have that tech there already. Maybe that got universally applied. Why that would be the case, who knows? But yeah, I could see that happening. Again, they have not said one word one way or the other. So everyone's sort of just like waiting in limbo to find out how PlayStation's going to address this and whether they're going to fix it.
I could also see like not that I'm inventing excuses for them, but I could definitely see them being so fragmented that they are like not in sync on what this is as a corporation, right? So.
Right. They might be having like a bunch of Zoom meetings right now trying to figure out what this is and what's happening and if it meant to happen or not.
So
exactly.
Grubb, theoretically, based off of if this is true, if I were to like, I don't know, cash in a game code and I redeem it, but I don't actually like turn on my PS5 to claim it and download it, I would lose access to that game?
I mean, once you log back in online and reconnect, you would get another 30 days of unfettered access. That's the point, though, is you'd have to check in. So if you're in some situation where you can't do that for more than 30 days, you're going to lose your games for that time. Or if the servers ever go down, anything that is functioning this way would stop working. You know, these are edge case scenarios, but these are the exact things people have been worried about this whole time. And there was that moment in time where Sony's like, no, we hear you, and we're not going to do stuff like this. And now it feels like, oh, do they not care about that anymore because they've won the battle? They've won the battle versus Xbox. They've won the battle in digital versus physical. You know, the PlayStation 6, who knows if that thing launches with a disc drive. So do they care to continue like keeping up the appearances on that stuff anymore? And it seems like there's a possibility that the answer to that question is no. At the very least, this seems less important to them because they don't have like the face of the company rushing out there to make a video like Adam Boyce did with Shuhei Yoshida or whoever was in that video, where it's like, hey, well, look, you could just borrow games. There was a team, like a response team, ready to go to hit home that they understood the concerns of gamers. That's not happening in this moment. So that's the weirdness here. Do you think that they could bring this stuff back and people would like kind of throw a stink, but they could still get away with it this time? Or is this a third rail issue like it was during the Xbox One launch?
I unfortunately think they can get away with it this time. I hate to say it, but I think they can, and I think they probably will.
Yeah, Grubb, when we were talking about this yesterday during Gamus Mornings, I did see someone say, well, this is what happens when one company like technically wins the race. Where like you're in PlayStation and Nintendo's just so far removed in their own lane that like Xbox just is not a competitor kind of at this point for them.
Yep, exactly. All right, that Steam controller did launch. It's $100. We talked about it, but it's going to go up for ordering for pre-order. Really, you could just buy it that day and it'll ship right away. May 4th is when that begins. You can add it to your cart now, but you won't be able to check out with it until May 4th is my understanding. At least I think that's the way it is in most of the world. It's, more expensive in other parts. Like it's, 150 Canadian dollars. It is a lot of money. But I think the early word now is this controller is going to sell very well and people are excited about it. So if you want to get one, I would probably show up and try to secure one first thing, because it could easily sell out. We'll have to wait and see.
Mother's Day is later that week, so get your mom a Steam controller.
But they're all
That's
craving.
what you should ask it for. Yeah, absolutely.
What a weird gift. Oh, God.
Oh, Mom, you don't want
moment.
it? I guess I'll take it. Sorry.
I'll take it back. No worries.
Oh, it's a Homer bowling ball. I get it.
Yes.
They did a lot of interviews as part of launching the Steam controller, and they talked a little bit about the Steam Deck 2 and the other Steam hardware. The Steam Deck 2 continues to be in development, and they keep saying the thing where they're like, hey, we're going to wait until we have a meaningful upgrade over the Steam Deck 2. So there's no new timeline there. And then the supply for the current Steam Deck, they're like, hey, yeah, we're still working to fix that because it's been in low supply, especially in the United States, where RAM shortages, memory storage shortages, and then tariffs on top of that have made it kind of a tough business to be in the moment. But they say that they're working to address that. And then, of course, there is the other Steam hardware, the Steam machine and the Steam frame. That is also continuing to be up in the air, although they said there's movement happening on that side of things. So while they're launching the Steam controller now, it's probably not like months and months before we hear about the Steam Machine and Steam Frame, but it's also probably not going to happen in the next week or so. So I don't know, where are your guys' temperatures with in regards to the Steam Machine and the Steam Frame? I know we were all pretty excited early on for the most part. Has that cooled off as reality has set in on what these things are going to cost?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I definitely need to see more about that. Want to see what the cost is. I mean, and I'm in a world where I have a very good gaming PC right now anyway. So like, this probably is like, wow, new hardware from Valve. That's exciting. And then I think to myself, how would I actually justify why I would need this thing? And I struggle to really think of the use case personally.
I also think priorities have kind of shifted since like that point in time and where I am in the universe since when like Dan and I checked it out originally, because super hot coming out of it, but then life continues to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still super hot on the Steam Machine just because it's like I love playing PC games on my TV, like I was saying earlier, but like just it works when you hook up a laptop to it, but there's just dumb bullshit where it's like, oh, now there's a Windows update, and now if I shut the laptop lid, I just can't see anything on the TV, and like there's just a bunch of horse shit that if it was just a Steam OS and it was just playing my Steam games, and that's what that box under my TV does, and I use the Steam controller, I think it would just be a much more streamlined operation. So I'm still very, very excited for the Steam Machine, but I understand.
Well, that's the target audience, right? So people who are just like have no appetite for tinkering, right, and just want
to work.
thing to work, right? And I get it. That's why Apple's a company, right? I get it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think that makes sense. I do think it is going to be a very difficult threading of the needle where you're like, oh, this thing offered at a premium. I just think it's going to really have to be a tough sort of overlap. Like who's in the market for something like this, the cost that it is, inevitably going to be, and just how sort of sticker shocky that might be. I don't know.
I'm using my Steam controller to navigate the news right now, guys.
Whoa!
Wow.
Yeah, Wolverine news is still promised for spring. You might remember that there was questions last year about, hey, when are you guys going to talk about it? And they said spring. And then there was a PlayStation State of Play not too long ago, and there was rumors it could be in there. And they're like, no, we're going to talk about it in spring, but not here. And it's like, okay, so like April-ish, maybe May. And it's like, yeah, that still seems to be the case. Probably sometime in May, because April's basically already over. They're gonna have to start talking about this thing, but they don't have to like come out with even a release date yet. They can maybe give a release month if they wanted to. If they just came back out with a gameplay trailer for this thing and reminded everybody, yeah, this is the big game this year, I think that would go a long way. What do you guys think?
I would like a release date, though, for sure. I mean, you're right; they don't have to, but I mean, we're getting to that point where we're almost through half of the year here. So
yeah, true.
If you're showing your games and it's coming out this year and not giving me a release date, I'm gonna start getting a little worried about its this year potential.
How much do you think the actual Marvel movies play into trying to nail down a release date for this Wolverine game?
I mean,
can't be much.
I can't be that
so
much.
Difficult. Yeah.
I mean, exactly. Timing things. And the only Marvel movie this year is going to be the Spider-Man thing, right? Is there something else that I'm forgetting about? Is Doomsday this year?
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Okay, so there's that, I suppose. Wolverine is or isn't showing up in that one? I don't know.
Who knows?
I can't keep up with it anymore.
The rest of the X-Men are supposed to be in there, like from the Fox cinematic universe.
we gotta get those the pop. Yeah, I mean, either if that comes out this year, this game would come out around that time anyway, so that's fine.
All right, let's keep going here. Illumination's next movie from Nintendo is coming in 2028. Read this on Gizmodo. Universal Spain's upcoming slate lists an untitled Illumination/Nintendo event film for April 12th, 2028. The article argues that this is probably not the next mainline Mario game. No, I didn't mean to say that. The main Mario sequel, because the turnaround would be very fast after the Super Mario Galaxy movie, and because Nintendo/Illumination may be expanded beyond the Mushroom Kingdom. So then the question is, what would it be? It's probably that Donkey Kong movie that was always rumored. We still have not had confirmed, but it could be Star Fox, could be any number of things. It's probably Donkey Kong, though. I think, yeah, go ahead.
Luigi's Mansion, maybe?
I think, that's possible as well. I think
they should make like a hard rated R Luigi's Mansion.
Just
they go
gore.
really well.
Hereditary.
Yeah, exactly. Yes,
Topless ghosts. Yeah.
Midsommar, but Luigi.
Breasts.
Yeah.
Okay, Mikey.
The Poltergeist 3000 is really going to suck in this one, guys. I think that we are probably in store for a lot of stuff that's going to stay pretty close to that Mario core. I think opportunity cost, because if they were going to spend all this time and money to make one of these things, they're probably going to want something that's going to have the shine of the Mario movies. That's the safest thing. But then we get the reports that, hey, the Universal, which owns Illumination, right, and Sony are fighting over the rights for Metroid. That Nintendo's shopping those around, and those two companies, Universal and Sony, are both trying to make Metroid happen in their camps. So there is appetite to get far afield from Mario. I just think early on we're probably sticking pretty close. So I think it's probably that Donkey Kong movie. I don't know. And both for Universal and Sony, when it comes to the Metroid movie, they both say that they're interested in doing live action for that.
Oh,
Yeah.
both places
Yes.
are. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you guys make of that?
I mean, part of me wishes we could see what Sony does with the Zelda movie first, right? Which,
Agreed.
Like, I'm feeling pretty good about right now for some reason. Like, the vibes are surprisingly nice on that Zelda movie right now.
What are you
so-
basing this on?
Just, I don't know, just the set photos. Just honestly, that art on the clapper that we saw was pretty good.
Art on the clapper?
Yeah, there's some
yes.
art on the clapper.
Zelda
It looked like
clapper
Twilight
art.
Princess Link.
And I
yeah.
don't know. I thought maybe I mixed it, but I heard like, they wrap filming and they're like the work coming out from that is like they were feeling pretty good.
Art on the clapper?
The
There's
slate.
art on
The
the
slate.
clapper.
The
Oh,
slate.
the
It's the one that says
slate.
umami on it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one.
Umami's the code
Why
name
does
for
it
the
say
project.
umami?
That's
That's
code
probably
name.
the code word for the
Oh.
movie, right?
Oh,
like,
but I could tell it's Zelda.
Blue Harvest. Yeah, yes. Yes, they can't fool you, Dan.
Man.
It's got a Triforce and Link on it.
Yeah. So yeah, I'd like to see it. I don't know. I'd be happy to see a Metroid. That's kind of in the realm of BioShock and Metal Gear movies where we've been hearing about Metroid movies.
Yes, Metroid
forever.
absolutely is.
Right,
yes.
but
Yeah.
like this, but because of all the Nintendo stuff happening, where if somebody said we're making one now, I would take them seriously.
I
Yes,
think I would prefer for it to not go to Sony. And I know Sony has made a bunch of good, bunches maybe too much, a couple of good films. But they're also responsible for Craven and Morbius. So
Right.
I think
Would
I would go
Aria Rod and Avia Rod like be involved in this? Like, yeah, maybe. They easily
Are they
could
involved
be.
in Zelda? Or
I think they are, yeah.
yeah, right,
Oh,
exactly. So-
yucky.
I mean, it's always a dice roll with these things. Honestly, honestly, I don't know if it really matters if it goes to Sony or Universal. I
Give
don't know.
Metroid to Bowie's kid, the one that made Moon.
Yeah, God.
In World of
damn.
Warcraft.
Yeah, he made World of
Oh.
Warcraft.
wasn't
Yeah.
that movie okay?
That movie's
That
okay.
movie was fine. I got to go to the premiere of it at the Chinese theater.
Source Code, one of his other movies, is one of my favorites. I love Source Code.
Oh my
It's
God,
so,
I
so
remember
sad.
that.
Yeah.
We should
Is that
be
the one
in-
with that? No, I'm thinking of Time Code. That was all like the same time.
Yeah.
What's source
Yeah.
code?
Source Code's the one with Jake Gyllenhaal on the train, and
Yeah.
he's like a soldier that's been like they're using his brain to like explore these simulated realities, or are they? Yeah, it's
Oh,
cool.
Or are
okay.
they?
Okay.
Yeah.
We should be invited to more films and premieres.
Yeah.
It's true. I don't think DK's got the juice to carry a feature. I'll say it. I just
Wait till you see Mike's stream.
well, that's not what I'm talking
Hey,
about.
don't forget,
but
we're getting Seth Rogen DK, right?
Yeah. I think that they
my
already
position
decided.
stands. I just think like
Betrayal.
I don't know. Certainly they can't expect whatever offshoot to match the success
See,
of the main thing.
You've never
right?
seen
Probably
the
not.
Crystal Coconut. That's your
Yeah.
problem.
Your tone would be different if you saw the search for
At
the crystal
4 a.m.
coconut
at Dan's house when you
3
just want to
times in
sleep.
a row.
Yeah.
Oh God! You didn't see the part where they have a flashback to something that hadn't happened yet in the movie. My brain broke when that happened. I was so mad. I was so mad, Dan. How dare they? Fuck.
I mean,
you.
it's one thing if it hasn't happened. It's like, okay, there's a flash. But then when it does happen,
Yeah,
and,
it
like,
happens
they
later in that movie. Yeah.
happens later. That's real
But
bad.
it's like sepia tone the first time. It's like, remember when this happened? No, that's 20 minutes from now.
All right, we'll stick with Nintendo. That Star Fox game that keeps getting rumored. One of the people responsible for the rumors, NateTheHate, says that it is supposed to come out in June, and if it doesn't get announced in April, then there is some change to the marketing plan at least. Well, it's April 28th. So the clock is ticking, but April's not over yet.
I'm so stupid. It's like I feel like it's been like 2 or 3 Star Fox games now where I've played it, and then I've been like, what are you nodding at, Bacalar? What are you looking at? Are you looking at a fun Blue Sky post you're agreeing with?
I mean, look, this is a reactionary podcast here. I saw Jan. I took Jan's lead. Jan started smiling.
Because I looked at you first.
I'll get on board.
All right, you
this
can't
bus.
keep blaming each other.
What a day for Janny and Jeffy.
The last couple Star Fox games, I beat it, and then I'm like, well, I'm done getting excited about this fucking series that only has 2
He
good
got so
episodes.
excited he beat it.
Now Mike's going.
Yeah.
He's just laughing.
We can't stop Mike. We know this.
Mike's. He got the
He's
tickle
still
button
having his
pushed.
shoulders are shaking like heartily.
He's got the giggles.
He's rubbing his eyes like a cartoon character. Look at him.
Yeah,
He's
so
all
what
antsy.
so you play them and then you think they're not that good, but you get excited for the next
and
one.
I'm done getting excited about fucking Star Fox, and now I see this. I'm like, fuck yeah, Star Fox in a couple months. Yeah.
Come on, it'll be good this
What
time.
are you doing?
He's fucking Star Fox.
He's fucking Star Fox. Okay.
You already beat
So
it.
excited that he beat it. Fucking Star Fox.
Wow. Wow.
Holy moly.
Do you shove it up your ass?
Mike.
All right, well, we'll keep going here. Resident Evil
Grubb.
Requiem minigame DLC may be imminent. Basically, people think Mercenaries is coming, and the producer, Masato Kumazawa, basically said, hey, you should finish the game so you can be ready for some stuff that's happening here pretty soon. I think they also confirmed that there will be story DLC separate from an imminent Mercenaries update.
You know, after seeing you guys on that D-Light Club play that swamp robot arm DLC for RE8
7.
for 7,
Yeah.
I didn't know that existed. I need more zany DLC.
Yep.
Yeah. We're gonna be outside the strange. Like, I think that one was actually canon, but like make stuff that's just not canon and just make it weird as hell with these like good engines, you know?
Yeah. I think I saw that Capcom like raised their financial forecast because Requiem has been selling so well.
And now Pragmata.
Back games and now Pragmata. So
Cool.
Is Pragmata selling well?
Yeah, it did $1 million in 2 days.
Hell yeah. Nice.
Send it.
Yep. So they're doing well. Yeah, they always do DLC for like the new games specifically. So 7, 8 had DLC. So yeah, something's gonna happen with 9, and I'm curious if it's gonna be an excuse for them to bring back a character, and then some kind of mercenaries mode. That'll be fun, especially with 9, because like the combat did feel so good, having an excuse to run around again. I kind of hope you have mercenary modes focus on the kind of Leon stuff, and then the DLC kind of feels more like the Grace stuff again. Actually, that'd be pretty good.
All right, last handful of stories here. The Last of Us Online director says he will never let one of his projects disappear again. If you're wondering how developers feel when they spend years of their lives working on something only for it to get scrapped and put away and never to see the light of day, Vinit Agarwal basically makes it sound like a nightmare, and he vows to never let that happen again. I gotta imagine it's a little traumatizing, right? Years of your life down the drain, effectively.
Yeah, I mean, any
sounds awful.
traumatic experience, right? Like, it's just going to stick with you, but also this where 5 years of your life is gone. And, like,
Right.
how do you put that on a resume, right?
And you have to think you're working on such a sure thing, like, oh yeah, the multiplayer for Last of Us, this giant thing, and Sony's pivoting to live service games. Like, how could this be more of a slam dunk? I'm still a little shocked that they were just straight up like, just cancel it, right? Like, how do you go from this is the idea to funding it for multiple years to be like, let's just not? This industry is wild, man.
Because, like, also, like, The Last of Us, despite, like, us feeling some fatigue with the series, I feel like it still hits with, like, the general gaming audience. People
I
won't
mean, if they
shut
just
up
made it a
about
mode in that game with, like, some, like, DLC cosmetics or something, it would have been fine. It would have been, like, people would have been very excited about it. They'd still be playing it today. But because it couldn't exist as some massive standalone games as a service without a ton of support from the studio, they're like, this just won't make any sense. And it's like, oh, well, just don't make games that way. There are other ways to do it. We've seen it ourselves in the past. Backler did a bomb go off at your house? Why was it so bright
bit.
there for a second?
I don't know. My camera got a little excited. Sorry.
Backlar looked into a mirror and then flashbanged himself.
Whoa, you can't say that.
Wow.
Yeah, those are our jokes, Jan.
Wow.
I'm sorry,
true.
guys. I'll go.
Be
It's an
nicer to
open-
your white friends.
Finally, someone says it. Thank you, Mike.
I mean, please, Mike. The proper word is clear.
Your translucent co-owners.
It's an open challenge to every camera manufacturer. Find the technology to keep up with my paleness, because you can't. No
Oh
one's
God,
been
we're
able
getting
to do
we're
it.
getting the emote of Ben Starr from the
Yeah.
Game Awards.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
Yeah, that would
Hell yeah.
that looks like me tan. Okay,
That's you after a weekend at the beach.
exactly.
Sega released a teaser for Alien Isolation 2. Not like a ton in there. There was just like some references to the first game and like how you saved in there. But yeah, that thing's still happening. People are pretty excited about it. We probably see this game in some real way before the end of this year, maybe even at Summer Game Fest, right?
Probably Summer Game
A
Fest.
hundo.
That's where I would guess. I would Summer
Agreed.
Game guess.
Oh shit. And then FairGames struggles to quote find the fun in latest pre-alpha
No!
playtest. I
What?
know Dan, the number one torch carrier for
Wait.
FairGames, Dan Riker.
Where
I'm so
is-
They
sorry.
lost the fun when they got rid of that $sign in the ass.
I was gonna
That's where
say
it is.
maybe they just need to add the $sign back and it'll be fun.
to every letter.
Yes.
This is a recent play. The $sign to every letter.
What would that look like? I
A
gotta
bunch of
draw it.
lines. It looks like shit.
Oh no, the I looks like an L now.
Yeah, hey, FairGames just had a recent test, so they're still making this and trying to find the fun. Do you guys think this game ever comes out?
I mean, the fact that they actually did a test is surprising, right? So at this point, maybe they're gonna just like fuck around, see what happens. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it seems that way. This is Haven Studios. It was founded by Jade Raymond. She's left. The studio seems to have gone through a lot, except for a game cancellation, because they're keeping this one around. So while other stuff has been getting canceled, this one's surviving.
I don't
Yeah.
get it because whoa, Mike.
It just looks like scribbles mostly when I put the $sign on every letter.
Pretty
in Fair
cool.
Games.
That's
Pretty
pretty
cool.
that
You look
rules,
like-
though, dude.
You look like you're a Wiccan or really into pagan stuff. The way you wrote it like that.
No one mourns the Wiccan.
His
Never
brain's
mind.
just firing today. We
Never
can't do
mind.
anything about it.
I was
Reel him in.
I was gonna say the Fair Games trailer because I booted it up after we talked about it. Grubb.
Yeah.
They're just doing the finals, and the finals
Yeah.
is fun. So I don't know what their problem is.
Right.
With more AI this time.
Yeah,
Screw
more.
it.
Not enough AI. That's the problem. That's why it's
That
not
was
fun.
the issue.
Yeah, I mean, and they're trying to make like a Payday. Like, I think the concerning thing there is like even the Payday people couldn't figure out what made Payday fun because they put out Payday 3 and no one wanted that. They're like, we're all going back to Payday 2.
Right.
It's
And they
no
say-
crime boss Rocket City though.
I think that right exactly.
No,
Where's
it is.
Michael
Man,
Madsen?
that is just one of the games you say the name of it, and I think it's funny.
Yes, it's absurd.
Kim Basinger in that game?
Right, that's what I remember. I remember the Kim Basinger, like for some reason, like having rendered like a fully rendered chest, and so when they bugged out, you could see her entire breast. It's like, why is that even in the game? Like, why did you do that?
Right, who made her
Weird.
breasts?
Weird game.
I could never get it to happen.
I am so sorry. I got a clip for you if you need it, bud. That does it for the news. I'm ending this. I'm starting to feel way more sick. Everybody.
That was
So I'm gonna-
news.
Oh, yeah.
That whole thing
Welcome.
was news just now. Okay.
That was just news.
Saying, oh, Jeff, come on, rebound, buddy. You got to play Mind's Eye later.
Grubb, you're going to forget how to make grilled cheese if you get sicker. Be careful.
All right, folks, we're going to take a quick break. We'll see if Grubb has a ski daddle after this, and we'll get to emails. We'll get to super chats. I don't think we're going to guess anything because Grubb might just go away in the Honda Odyssey of our lives. We'll see you.
Oh yeah,
after
Grubb
this.
Guesser. I should do that.
These are the emails for the show. Emails. Bombcast@giantbomb.com is the email address to send your emails to. You can write in about any and everything. You got fun quizzes. You got questions. You need recommendations. You have nice things to say, or just, I don't know, you're trying to avoid an awkward social interaction and want to pretend to type a texty text or an email to someone. send it to us. Bombcast at giantbomb.com. First email comes from Tyler from Australia. Hey, Bombers. Over the last few weeks, I've been having this reoccurring video game dream, and I wanted to get your opinion, both as experts in video games and pointing out odd quirks in people. So please help me out. Starts out as a typical high school dream / nightmare where I'm sitting in class when the teacher tells me we are going to have a surprise exam. Naturally, I start to panic. However, instead of giving me exam papers, they instead hand me a Wii U gamepad running Ninja Gaiden for the original Xbox. He gives me 2 hours to beat the game. I've never really played Ninja Gaiden before, so naturally I fumble and make little progress. However, right before the exam runs out of time is when I normally wake up. I've had a variation of this dream at least 3 times in the last month. So what's going on? Is there any deeper meaning to what is happening? Or is my subconscious just telling me to get good? Thanks, Tyler from Australia.
Does everyone have that dream?
No,
It's such
okay,
a
well,
weirdly specific one.
with the playing a video game under the clock.
It's specifically like being back in school and then being like,
It turns out
graduate.
Turns out high school must have been really stressful for us in ways that I think we've like actually blocked out. So our brain just keeps bringing it back. Yeah, because like it's still to this. I'm like I'm gonna be 40 soon, and a third of my dreams are still taking place in high school.
Mhm.
Like, gosh, brain, get over it. Yeah,
For real,
it's like
yeah?
school or
Mhm,
school
mhm.
related, and it's some variation of, oh, it's the last day of school, and it turns out I forgot about a class and never went to it, and what's gonna
Right.
happen to me? Like, it's constantly
That's-
stuff like that, or like I'm naked, or my teeth are falling out, like all these
Yeah.
generic ones that we all share. I'm like, why do
Right.
we all have our teeth falling
Weirdly,
out?
I don't have the tooth one.
No, really, I do.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, just in real life. Yeah.
That's
I
reality,
have
yeah.
heard in reading about dreams and stuff like that, I heard the tooth thing is a vanity thing, where it's a fear of like losing looks
Oh.
and vanity and stuff like that.
Oh, I've never had. Oh, I'm not vain. I've never had the tooth.
I've never had the tooth one either. Yeah, I've definitely had
what
the
you
school
saying?
one like crazy and the naked one. Yeah,
The school. I mean, I don't know. I think a lot of dream analysis is a bit of snake oil mysticism kind of
Yeah.
crap. I think. I just think it's like what but I think on paper the high school thing makes sense. Certainly a traumatic part in adolescence, and for my money, the time in your life where you're exposed to like the most horrific, terrible people and the worst versions of people. So I think I get it. What I'm not getting, emailer, is the whole like finish this video game or you'll fail the class. Like, I want your problems. I want to have that kind of stuff going on where like I just feel like the stakes are just so low. I mean,
but you're not beating Ninja Gaiden in 2 hours. That
of course not.
It's not
I
happening.
just think it's
No.
I think it's like a wild, I don't know, maybe it's some sort of other like reinterpretation of an issue you're having. But that's the high school thing I hear all the time. I don't think I've ever had that. You know what I get a lot?
Not either.
Not to just turn this around on me. I get a situation where I'm like, it's kind of cool, and it's not a nightmare. It's just like a weird thing that I dream a lot. And Stacey just had this dream last night also. I dream that I'm discovering like a totally unknown part of my basement.
Oh,
I dream that I like
backrooms adjacent style.
backrooms. It's total backrooms type of shit, and it's awesome. And it's
And
like
there's
I
no
don't want to wake
serial
up.
killer in there or anything.
Well, look, we know about the murder room in my basement that we don't really talk
that's
about.
all right. So that's not the new room. Okay, I got it.
That's documented at least, right? It's part of the floor plan. It's like you discover a door and it's like there's a whole other fucking wing here, and you're like, what? How did we not know about this? It's awesome. I love that. It's some backrooms bullshit. I don't know.
Is it generally furnished, Jeff, or is it just like empty?
Furnished and like uninhabited for a long period of time.
Oh,
So
is it
like
dusty?
cobwebby, yeah.
Okay.
It's basically like a Resident Evil castle is just sort of like in my basement somehow.
well, you're a spooky
And-
boy.
Yeah, it's like adjacent to an impossible room kind of thing. Yeah, love it. Have those
My
dreams
weird-
instead.
My weird recurring one, the theme is always I have either won or found a ton of money. Like I've just like suddenly here's a shit ton of money, but I know I'm dreaming. And so I have enough logic in my dream where I'm lucid. I'm like, look, I know I'm dreaming. I know this isn't real right now, but I need to figure out how to wire this to the real world. And so,
Hell
like, I
yeah,
will
that
be on
rules.
an app on my phone, being like, I need to go to my bank app, and if I just wire it, it's confirmed, it's good, it's real. And then I wake up and I'm like, that's not how it works.
Yeah, I've had many dreams like that where I know I'm dreaming and I'm like, but it's okay because I have a plan.
I'll figure this out. I know how to do this. I got the confirmation on the app right here. Like,
right.
That's very good. That's very
I have
good.
a lot of I'm driving really poorly dreams. A lot of times it's like
those are what I have.
Oh no, I'm driving from the back row. This
back
isn't how
seat.
it's supposed. Yeah,
Yes,
I'm driving in the back seat. I'm like,
have
and I'm
that
like the
too.
whole time, like this is really
insane.
dangerous.
Yeah, I'm feeling like dizzy and stuff.
Weird.
This is not safe
And I'm
at all. Like,
swerving, and I'm like,
yes, I can't slow down.
It's going
awful.
so fast. There's a hill coming up. I'm going to go off the edge, and I can't stop
See,
it.
this
That's
one,
it.
that one I attribute to like humans
stress.
shouldn't be driving. It's stress, but also like our brains actually don't know how to comprehend this weird social construct we've created of driving cars.
Yep.
And now at night, it's like, what was that about? That was scary. Why'd you do that?
That's cool. Well, not cool, but
I
interesting.
don't have the naked dream. The school. I don't think I've ever had a dream that took place in high school.
have a lot
The
of
naked one
public
is always
nudity
so
dreams.
annoying because it's just like you're just somewhere and you're like, why don't I have pants on? Like,
know,
or
yeah,
why-
nothing.
I'm not wearing shoes. I'm not having pants. This is like, can I borrow a towel? Like, why didn't I plan for this? This shouldn't be
Right.
happening.
It's like it's not even so much like it's a little bit like I'm embarrassed I'm naked, but it's mostly I'm gonna be in trouble. I can't just do
Yeah, it's like this is like
Trouble?
deviant behavior. I can't just be
Okay,
naked
yeah,
here.
Yeah. Like
Uh,
this is not good for me.
All right. Well, Tyler, is still what your dream means. Who knows, bud? We just talked about our own.
Just go play Ninja Gaiden and you'll be fine.
Yeah. Go practice
Good
in
game.
real life, and then that'll equate in your dream
Good
life.
advice.
Ryan writes in, "Hi everyone, Ryan from Pleasanton here. I'm curious to know your preferences regarding Resident Evil campaigns. Do you prefer campaigns with dual protagonists, such as RE1 and 3, or do you prefer campaigns with a single protagonist, like 4, 7, and 8? While having multiple protagonists can add more story in some cases, it can also be a hassle to play a campaign multiple times just to complete everything. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Thanks, Ryan."
I mean, they can make it work anyway. Like, there's been good ones with 2. There's been good ones with 1. I do think OG Resident Evil 2 and the remake, to a lesser extent, where you pick between 1 or 2 characters, and then when you beat the one campaign, you do the second campaign. It's like a little bit different. So you have like that A-B route depending which character. So like you could just play the game with the A route and say you beat it, but then you play the game with the B route, then it really feels like you finish that thing. But then if you wanted a little, even more, you could start the A route with the other character this time, and then do the B route with the other character. So I think that's the best they've done it. I think I like that even more than Requiem, where it's just there's 2 characters, you just kind of switch between them when the story tells you to. Although that was fine. I'm glad that they did that. But I would like it best if we went back to pick Claire or Leon kind of a thing from the beginning, and then play through the other characters, see their perspective.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't remember what I played 2. I only played through 2 remake once, and I've never done the A-B thing. I think it's a cool idea. I'd like to go back and do that. But
Yeah,
I think I lean towards like single, like 4, 7, 8. I think I prefer those.
I think with 2 especially, because like in Resident Evil 1, it doesn't really matter. Like the campaign doesn't change if you played with the other one, but 2 is the one where you should play through with both of them to kind of really see everything.
Like Requiem's so good with 2, but like I did keep thinking that like, man, I would love just the whole Grace game like this,
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing but Grace, and then just like the horizontal skyscraper.
Yeah,
With like,
man,
just
that is
the glass
that is the
part.
best Leon part. Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
like that. I just that's it.
Like
That's all
shooting
I want.
glass. Yeah,
Let that be the DLC minigame stuff.
Yeah, for
Just
real.
That
Right. Moving on along. Devin writes in, "Hey there. First time, long time. I started listening to you guys back in 2020, and don't ask me who the members were at that time. I was
we
at
don't know.
my coffee roasting job in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Oh, hey, send some beans. When I came across this delightful pod while sipping on some Ethiopia Gucci. Oh, shit. Fast forward to Minati's first appearance. I could not stand the guy.
Yeah.
That's
you speak
Devin.
for us all. Don't
All
worry.
right. Fast forward to today. He might be my favorite person on the podcast.
Yeah.
Same.
Parentheses, sorry, Dan. Mike's arc will forever be my favorite plotline in media. Just thought I would let you guys know.
A bit extreme.
In media, I
Not
love
like
that.
Darth Vader.
No, Mike's a mythical beast.
Right.
He's magic and he can do anything.
I came in this first time. I was really obnoxious with my wallet condoms and everything. It was a bad first look. I get it.
That wasn't the first look, Mikey. My original reason for emailing you was to recommend an album that came out a month ago. Cave Story, a lyrical walkthrough on YouTube. I'm not sure you guys have seen it, but it's fantastic. Keep doing God's work, whoever that may be. Devin. Shouts out
Devin.
to you. Thanks.
Thank you. Game Story, a lyrical walkthrough.
Cave Story.
Like that video game.
Game,
Story.
yeah.
Yeah, someone did a rap. They wrapped the entire walkthrough. It's incredible.
Oh, neato.
Oh, what the heck? Okay, neat.
Yeah.
But yo, Devin, send some beans over, dog, or give me some Rex. I would love to get some coffee beans.
Am I an acquired taste?
Polly in Middle Georgia writes in, "Hey gang, I recently finished your Scamline stream and had a couple of questions. Jan said Grubb has weaponized his ADHD. Can you teach me these secrets? As a fellow enjoyer, all I've ever gotten out of mine is disappointment and mystery bruises, although I'm trying to figure out how to unlock the ADHD superpowers we're supposed to have. Any advice? And one thing I did notice is how uncomfortable everyone was getting to have to deceive your friends. Having grown up with a manipulative parent, I avoid these types of games because I dislike that kind of behavior it brings out in me. Do any of y'all have cool reasons why you avoid entire games? Thanks. I love you, Polly in Middle Georgia."
I mean, I used to be afraid. I used to be a coward.
The ADHD thing, real quick. No, I have no way. Like, you just have to ride the red line. You have to just go and go and go, and then occasionally some good things will happen, and then you look behind you and there's a wake of destruction, and that's bad. So no advice.
I think of this is parentheses positive Grubb. Don't worry. I think of Grubb as like a 18-wheeler heading downhill, but not in a destructive manner, but like, I'm gonna fucking make it to this destination.
Yes,
baby.
that momentum is real. It's like, yes, and if it stops, it takes a lot to get me going again. Yes, exactly.
Because once Grubb started going in scam lines, he was one of the scarier people to deal with.
Yeah,
and that's why
that first game.
And that's why Will had to take him down all on his own accord.
That's why we had to shoot him.
That's why Will had to come up with the idea on his own. Sure.
That mustache contains multitudes.
I just can't believe my friends lied to me. Also, all these people, all these strangers online say I'm an acquired taste.
No, Mike, look, I think there's some truth to that. I mean, when I met you, I usually take a lot of pride in sizing up someone the first time I meet them. I think first impressions, and to some degree, like a second impression, really kind of tell the whole story for me. I kind of don't need to see anything else after that. And I think you're an acquired taste, but it's like almost it's very close to instantaneous, right? Like, because I think because I had watched you for a while, and I'm like, oh, who's this fucking guy, right? And then when I got to meet you, it was very, very quick. So it's like one of those really exotic foods that you've been meaning to try for so long. Everyone loves it, and you're just like, I just got to try it once, and I know I'll like it. And that's what happened.
Okay.
It's much better in the alternative, where it's like the more you learn or the more you get to know someone, the more you don't like them. Where it's like, Mike, I did the same thing. When I first heard of you, I think a lot of times people lead with the he's like a big Disney adult thing. And so my first impression of you was like, oh, this guy's no good. But then
that's a bad apple.
Yeah. And then I got to know you, and very quickly I was like, oh, okay, I love this guy. So.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I knew the Disney thing before.
Oh, okay.
Which is fine.
So 3 seconds later. So
my counter right now is just my annual pass holder counter for Disney World. It has been this Minnie Mouse one. Even I almost feel a little ridiculous with this Minnie Mouse picture constantly hovering above me and everything I do this month.
I don't even notice it anymore. It completely blurs in.
Now that you pointed it out,
though.
It's gonna go away soon because of May.
It's gotta be May.
This guy's no good.
This guy's no good.
Boomerang came back around finally.
Hey, you were ahead of the game there, dude.
Yeah. The boomerang went and bopped me in the back of the head just then.
Taste unacquired. No.
This milk's gone bad.
No, where's my wallet? Where are the condoms?
You have to start over. Where are the condoms? Yeah, that'll
oh, man, people love this, right? The condoms.
Like,
this whole bit
was last week's podcast bad that we used our token? Because I think we need it now.
I think we used it. Yeah.
Sorry, everybody.
Claim it.
My
Oh
bad.
shoot! Do they offer a stamp card or something?
Yeah, we'll get a rain check.
All right. Travis and Fargo writes in with 5 questions every week. I choose one of them. This week, Travis asks, "How are your New Year's resolutions going? I hope well."
What the fuck is that?
Yo. Here, okay,
Fuck out of here,
folks at home. Here it is. Here's the Janet Show inspiration that y'all have been asking for. Here's the JOI.
Did you make a resolution to smoke more? What?
No. Here's the JOI. All right. It's only April.
Wow.
There's 12 months of the year. There's plenty of leeway, baby. Get back on the horse. Anyway.
What? That's your inspiration?
Because don't get
you don't have to wait for New
discouraged.
Year's.
Don't get discouraged that
Yeah.
like you may have dropped the ball. It's only April,
Yeah.
y'all.
Yes,
Like Mikey said, it's gonna be May.
It's gonna be mad.
The inspiration is that you don't need the changing of a year to do something meaningful, right?
It's very true, but it can be like a nice incentive
I get it.
to mine was like, okay, I'm gonna get back in running shape and do the marathon and stuff. I'm down 22 pounds. The other one is to be on a game show this year, and we got plenty of time this year. So I like
And hey,
I like these.
who the fuck is making the calendar? If we're going off of like Chinese New Year,
Disney.
the year just started.
Exactly. Good point.
There we go. All right. I don't have this user's name written down, but they email every other day. They treat us as their Twitter or their X, and they wrote in an actual question this time. Hi, I want to hear about the Jan Dan shoe rotation. What do you guys go with for your easy runs? Anything in particular for tempo? What's for the race day?
I'm a big Hoka guy because I got big fat feet, and I've had a lot of trouble with feet and plantar fasciitis and stuff like that. And I found Hokas to be shout out Alex Boniello who turned me on to these. But I just have a rotation of Hokas. I've got the Gaviotas for long runs. I just got the Mach 5 or whatever they're on now or whatever for like my short, lighter runs. And then the Bondi 9s I've got as just kind of a everyday, any purpose run. So Hokas for sure.
I'm a big Ho as well. Big on that brand. But the only thing is that some of the other brands, Dan, they just look so cool and like gaudy, but my feet are also too wide. They just don't fit.
It's a fun part about like running stuff though, because like running shorts, running shoes, everything is just like neon crazy. You just get weird with it. Like I like that because it's like, well, you're just wearing this when you're running around outside. Mine helps to be very visible and everything. So yeah, just get wacky with it.
Yeah. Also, damn, running tights. Wow, great. I love keeping everything in place.
Holding it all down, staple it down. Absolutely.
Exactly. Just tuck it in. All right. Let's see. One more email, and then we'll get to super chats or Grubb Guesser. Grubb, if you have an ad prepared.
I got it.
All right. Fine. Great. Chris writes in, "Hey, duders. How fucking sick would it be if Housemarque made an Edge of Tomorrow game with short little Tom Cruise running around,
that'd be cool.
killing all the sick freaks in that movie? And what
You mean Live, Die, Repeat?
No, you
With that
play as
repeat.
Emily Blunt in that. That'd be great.
And what would be your other not super obvious game studio movie pairings? I just want Emily Blunt's character in that game. We don't need Tom Cruise. Just
all
Emily Blunt.
timer character. Yes.
Yeah. Respectfully.
Yes.
That push up thing.
Oh
Wow.
yeah, that's amazing.
Cinema.
Yep.
Anyway, any other pairings y'all can think of?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it is obvious, but like, I think Naughty Dog should forget about all these like sad space or apocalypse people and just make a National Treasure movie. Then I could find out what's on page 47. I'm a game. They can make a movie too. Yes, but like I mean literally. I don't mean like similar. I want them to get Nick Cage, and I want there to be a lot of weird American history involved. I want him to steal he stole the Declaration of Independence. Then he kidnapped the president. What's the escalation gonna be?
Well,
He's gonna bomb the Lincoln Memorial, something like that.
Yeah, he's gonna have
find a
sex with the
treasure.
Lincoln Memorial.
yeah.
And he's not going to kill anyone, really.
No, he
Right,
doesn't.
but he'll punch him though a lot.
He'll punch him and knock them out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah, it won't be as shooty a game for sure. Which it could be a little bit light. It won't have the ludonarrative dissonance that Uncharted has because he's like a plucky
Nick Cage
kind of
just
like
solved the
scrappy guy.
narrative dissonance. Exactly. Finally.
Right,
Out of
right.
everyone in the world.
Yeah. Maybe somehow less racist in those games too. Even though it's all about American history.
Get the
touch.
Sifu team to make a raid game.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
that'd be good.
yeah, that'd be fantastic.
I want the Tomodachi Life team to retell the story of the Godfather trilogy.
So you can just do that in Tamagotchi.
You're right.
Yeah,
I'm
you
on
could
it.
do
Never
that right
mind.
now.
Yeah.
Punch
Man.
Out, Creed, sure.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Man, seeing the clips of what people are
Next
doing with
level.
Tamagotchi Life is so fucking funny.
It rules.
Yeah,
it's
such a
nonstop
funny
like,
game.
Yes.
Grub, you need to send me that doc so I can just constantly capture, because I learned the hard way that the Switch 2 has a 30-second capture limit, and that's stupid.
Yeah.
All right, that does it for emails. Bombcast, giantbomb.com is the email address to send your emails to. Thank you, everyone, for writing in. I say this every week, but for the past couple months, we've been getting flooded with emails, and if your email doesn't make it onto the show, apologies, but please continue to write in. Jeff, Grubb, guess what?
What?
It's time to guess an ad. It's Grubb Guesser
It's-
time.
Close the chats.
It's time for Grubb Guesser. Jan, I've put a couple of these images into,
Nice.
and they're safe for you to look at, but they're in the stream elements if you want to show them to everybody at home. Let's start. I think they're both going to be relatively easy. Let's start with the
Okay.
one I
You
think
said
might
that before.
be. Yes, I think this one. I think you guys will recognize this one for the most part.
Okay.
We'll see if you remember what it's advertising. So I'm putting it in our chat here right
Oh,
now.
fucking kid.
Oh, this looks so
real
familiar.
quick for audio listeners. Let's go ahead and break it down.
Oh.
It is a stylized drawing illustration of a child's face, and he's got big grinning teeth, and he's like looking at the
Shitty.
camera,
Yeah.
and he's got a shitty grin, and he's looking right at it. That is all I'm showing them here. But what is this an advertisement for?
Is this
May I ask yes or no? Is this a hardware ad?
Yeah.
I would say it's a hardware ad.
Is
Yes.
this is this the worm light?
It is not the worm light.
God
It's Game
damn it.
Boy adjacent, though, right?
It is not Game Boy adjacent.
Is it
This
the
is for
Game
the
Gear
fucking
TV tuner?
Sega
So-
Game Gear or something.
This is a little bit weirder. Like it's for a peripheral.
Is it a first-party peripheral?
I don't think so. No, it works
Is
on.
it, is it
works
the
on
Game Boy magnifier screen?
It is not the Game Boy
It's not
magnifier.
Game Boy.
screen.
It's not
Is
Game-
it made by Mad Cats?
No, I can't tell you who it's made by because it really narrows it down. If I give you
Is
the
it
name of
got
this
it.
Game
company,
Gear TV tuner?
it is not the Game Boy TV
Game
tuner.
Gear.
You got. I'm sorry. Which one did you say, Dan?
Game Gear TV tuner.
It is not the Game Gear TV tuner. It's not.
Was this the X Play or X
it is-
Band?
It is not X Band. Although,
Is-
like, you guys are like in a territory with peripheral. It's a little bit like.
Sega
It's
Nomad.
a little bit off. It is not the Sega Nomad,
that?
but you're kind of getting back. You're getting a little bit closer again.
It's not. It predates a Game Shark.
The Game Genie.
Yes.
It is not the Game Genie.
Is it the
I was
32X?
It is not the 32X. Now I'll give
Is
I'll
it
give
portable?
you. No, I'll give
Okay.
you guys a clue. So you see the image that I've shared with you guys.
Yeah.
You'll notice that there's like an angle across the side of his face where I had to kind of like chop it off so you couldn't see the thing that he's holding.
Yeah.
Is it a
So he's
controller?
holding it up.
It is a type of controller.
Okay.
It's too early for the air conditioner controllers.
Tell me
I don't-
about the controller. That is what we're trying to do now.
Is it a? It's not
Six
the.
button.
I'm sorry,
six
Dan.
button?
What was your guess?
Is it the 6-button Sega controller?
It is not the
It's
6-button
not
Sega
just the
controller.
Power Glove, is it?
It is not the Power
That's
Glove, but I
Great
think we're-
guess,
I think we're
Mikey.
getting closer.
Yeah. Wave
What-
bird.
Wait,
What is
so-
this fucker holding?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
like, so you had a cut. Guys, let's do let's try and like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
do a
let's
little
take our
bit of an
time. Let's
take our
autopsy
time.
here.
Wait, is it one of the guns?
It is not one of the guns.
Is it
So-
a Super Nintendo ASC2 controller?
It is
Okay.
not that thing. No.
Look how he cropped it. It's this diagonal.
So he's holding it
line.
like this, right? Like against him.
Yeah, diagonal was the way you held things cool back then.
Yeah.
It
It's
is.
like
It
a
works on both
wand.
the Super Genesis and Super Nintendo.
Super Genesis, hell yeah.
Super
Sega Genesis. Jesus, I'm
oh,
sick.
it
I'm
works.
falling
Wait,
apart
it's
over
not
here.
a different. It's not a different version. It's like you could buy and you can use it on either.
Like there is one for each. You're right.
Okay, okay, different plug. Yeah,
it just has such strong wormlight vibes. I can't shake it.
it does. It's
Is
not,
it? It's not wireless, right? It was
It is-
wired.
It is not wired.
I
but
think I
it's,
can see a wire.
It's
in this
dumb
background.
that it's wired.
It's dumb that it's wired. So maybe
yeah, it'd be really annoying.
It's not the activator.
so it's a peripheral, right? It's
a
some kind
peripheral.
of like.
It's not that
Man.
the Olympics pad thing.
The power
It
pad
is
that's
not
in
the
it,
Olympics
yes.
power pad. He is holding something in his hands, and
What?
that is the thing you guys got to tell me. What is he
What?
holding?
What did they? What
There's
was
no
out
guitar
then?
controllers at this point. It's not music related.
It's not a guitar, and it's not
I'm
music
trying to think
related.
of like what games. It's not gun, man. The fact that it's not a gun.
It wasn't an arcade stick. It wasn't like a turbo
It's something
controller.
wacky. It's something really weird in '90s. Something very
it like a-
specialized.
Is it like one of those trackball ones? You play
It is
golf?
not one of the trackball ones. It is a little bit more active than that.
You're like
It's
It's
something
not the or it's not the octagon you stand in and can
The
punch.
U-Force or whatever.
No.
Oh, that thing? No. The Enforce? What? No, that's not.
There was the
no.
activator and
The
then there
Cisco
was
and
the,
Ebert one.
Yeah.
Yes, right. It is not that. But, it's a motion controller.
Motion control.
Not a gun.
A bat?
Motion.
It is
It's
a
a bat.
baseball bat.
It's the baseball bat. Of
What?
course, it's the baseball bat. Shit.
What?
It
That's
is
it.
batter
Baseball
up.
bat?
It's a hit from Sports
That's right.
Sciences.
So
What
look at
is
that
this?
fucking asshole kid.
Look at this asshole kid
That's right.
holding that baseball bat.
Okay,
Perfect. You
I
should have
have
got there sooner.
zero recollection of this.
I remember this thing. I think, I swear to God, I used one of these at some point or another, at like a friend's house
Ne-
or something.
This
It
looks
never
doesn't
like
work well.
it's a device that children should not use.
With
Oh, is
batter
it
up your
phone?
biceps, control the bat. No,
So-
they
All right.
don't.
What's weird about this is like what the kid's face was so familiar to me.
Yeah, same.
If
But
they,
the
they
bat
use
is
this
not.
fish eye lens,
Eye lens.
kid's face, and a million of these ads.
Yes,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
illustrated kid's face up close, fisheye
Yeah,
lens.
you're right,
was
you're right.
a million-
That's
like,
what
it's
it
just a
is.
style
It's
of the
the-
time.
yeah.
They stylized like the enamel in his teeth in a weird way. Like I
Yeah,
don't like
for
looking
sure.
at it.
It looks weird as hell.
All right, I have one more for you. It's in there now. For audio listeners, this is another Grubb Guesser. It's time to hit the road again, and again, and again, and again. And there's tire tread in the background. What game is
Okay.
this?
This strikes me as PS1 car game. I'm going to go Destruction Derby, a Twisted Metal, a Carmageddon. Like I'm thinking this is like 97, 98. Am I
It is
in the
not
right
Twisted
ballpark?
Metal, Carmageddon, or whatever else you said.
Interstate
Jeff,
Felony
It-
1179.
It is not Interstate, whatever.
is this a road rash game, Jeff?
It is a Road Rash game.
Oh, is it Road Rash
3D?
3?
It is Road Rash 3 for the Sega Genesis.
Oh, come on!
Good job,
Wow,
Mikey.
Nice
I
work.
punch my microphone. All right.
Excellent job,
He's
sir.
going so fast.
I think I have the full one here. Hang on, let me share it with you guys. So you guys can,
Let's go.
so Mike can
How
see
did
it
you
and have
get
his victory lap.
that?
I honestly, if I see video game magazine, I see a tire, I'm thinking Road Rash first.
The nastiest, no holds barred motorcycle combat game returns to Genesis.
You nasty.
Nice
I've been
work.
thinking about Road Rash. I think when I had the 3DO emulator going for Virtuoso, I tried Road Rash on that system, and that's still a good game, actually.
Road Rash is great. Well, thanks for playing Grubb Guesser, guys. Good job. I'm
Thank
very
you.
proud of you boys.
Fantastic. Good job, team. Mike Minotti, please hit me
Yes.
with some YouTube super chats if we have any.
Oh. We do. We got one here from Big Fresh 37. Says, did any of you manage to sneak in and buy the Boredom before Steam pulled it? To buy Boredom? Is this some
geez.
game?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, geez.
The
don't
reviews
worry,
on there
don't
are very
worry.
good, though.
Yeah.
Wow. What was
Suddenly
this?
found it. It
Just
found its
tell me later.
audience.
The
Tell you
guy that
later.
knew rode around through Washington, D.C. this past weekend.
Oh,
past week, yeah. That's his game. Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
Oh.
Oh. Big Fresh 37 also says, I'd buy the Steam controller if the sticks were offset. I can't play
Offset.
Weirdo Style. Why doesn't a company like Steam sell to models? Yeah,
No,
I mean,
don't worry about that. I know what you mean, but if you're thinking it's going to feel like a DualShock controller, it doesn't, because the sticks are just way up higher on the face. It feels like they're in the right position. So if you need them offset so that your thumbs are in a different position, yeah. But if you just need it to be sort of in that area where your thumb naturally falls, to me, this is exactly where I want them. And I'm someone who prefers offset sticks for Xbox compared to PlayStation.
there you go. Then Migsy says, pour one out for spiders. Sad face emoji. Migsy says,
What happened to spiders? What did we
What's
miss?
that about?
spiders is capitalized. Is there a proper spiders? What happened to the spiders?
I don't know.
Pour one out for them, though.
Oh, the company?
The company. What? There's a company called the
it's a
publisher of Greedfall.
Greedfall.
Oh.
Okay.
The development
Okay.
studio for Greedfall.
Oh, right.
Got it.
We thought you meant the bug. I know they're not bugs. Mixie says when my Xbox One controller dies, we'll get the Steam controller. Yeah, I'm sure but if you get a Steam controller, that'll be an investment that'll mostly pay off.
Yeah.
Mixie says Jeff Backlar is the expert. Should we watch Boiler Room?
Oh, am I the? Oh, I get okay because I was on that Nextlander Boiler Room podcast. Maybe.
Seems to me like you're the expert, Jeff.
Boiler Room is a great film. I
Does
think
it hold up?
I think it kind of does. I think it's very much a time capsule of like early 2000s. I think it's a fairly decent, like not New York City movie, but like surrounding general suburban borough area movie. I think it's well done. It's got a killer soundtrack for the time. And I think as far as like, you know, a lot of those actors and actresses kind of coming up, it's a decent watch. I enjoyed the most recent watch I did of it. There's a couple things that are sort of over the top, but I think it works for the most part.
I won't watch it unless it stars a Scientologist. Does it star a Scientologist?
It does.
buddy,
Giovanni
you're in luck.
Ribisi.
All right. Oh, man.
It's just, you know, Giovanni Ribisi and his like very classic sad bastard face that he
Yes.
like cannot remove or erase from his body. I think it's watchable. I would check that out. I think it's a good watch. It's quick too.
Cool.
Zacy says, so glad the Steam controller is magneto resistant. Have you seen that guy? They scary.
Scary. But, you know, he's also right.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. He tore out Wolverine's bones once and
That's
traumatized me. I
cool.
don't like that guy.
Whoa.
No, I'm all about Magneto.
Oh, it's
Fucking-
okay though. He's Ian McKellen.
He's doing
Yeah.
the work that fucking bitch-ass Charles Xavier doesn't want to do.
That's true.
Yeah.
Whoa.
J-Man says, how much do I have to give you all to stream that new Mind's Eye campaign? This is the one where he supposedly names the saboteurs.
We're all gonna feel like fools for doubting them.
Yeah, we'll try to figure it out. Jeff, who is the most who you would think would play this sick right now, so we're not going to force him to. I think Dan's afraid of stealth, and I don't have the game, or I don't know if anyone else does. So we'll try to figure something out here. Ilanino says, hoping you can help boost a signal for an issue the new Xbox Series X owners are having. Can't play 360 games. Profile won't download. Huge Reddit thread link incoming. I don't know, Jeff, maybe something you can look into.
Yeah, I've heard this going around, like the backward compatibility broke, and I thought they were looking into it. Did they not say publicly if they were looking into it or not? They got to fix that. That's like one of the features you get an Xbox for.
Mixie says, Jeff Grubb, does Valve sell replacement thumbsticks?
I don't know. I would imagine that because they said they work with iFixit on repairing stuff, so I'm sure those parts are out there and you could buy them one way or the other.
Zombie Porn says, who has the best hat collection at Giant Bomb? Well, it's definitely not me. It's gotta be
Backlar.
Backlar. Come on.
It's
We'll
true.
give it to him.
Yeah.
I mean, give this guy his money back.
No, sorry, those $2 are staying with me. Bigsy's back says Steam controller plus Star Wars combo for May 4th. Can you guys believe that's Monday is May the 4th?
Yeah, I was gonna stream some. We kind of a busy Monday, but I was gonna find some time. I'm gonna stream some Rogue. What's the Rebel Alliance or the what's the one for PC? The old one.
Oh, the one with the FMVs?
Rebel
Yeah.
Assault. Yes, Rebel
Rebel
Assault 1
Assault.
and 2.
Oh, on my personal stream, like we're just talking like, is there any blight-worthy Star Wars games? And I was like, I don't really think so. There's like some mediocre ones.
Some
Someone
hard ones.
tried to say Rebel Assault, and I yelled at them.
Yes, Rebel Assault rules.
I was like, how
love
dare
it.
you?
Yes,
I'd love to watch you play some Rebel Assault. Then we could put Rebel Assault 2 in and watch the Mystery Science Theater 3000
Yes.
mode, which is incredible. God.
exactly.
I think personally I might finally start playing KOTOR 2 kind of around May 4th. And
Oh,
that'd be great if that one done.
Should we just pull the trigger and just jump?
JOTOR.
Yeah.
yeah.
Do I need to play?
forget-
Do I need to play one first, or can I just go to
oh,
two?
you would absolutely play one
good.
first. One, I mean,
Yeah.
I know a lot of people have two. One's.
Okay.
I think if you did a poll across the world, one would win.
Hey, if anyone donates a bunch of money, we'll do a script reading of Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah. Okay. Hell yeah. I love it.
Sure.
A table
okay, Who
read.
can I be?
Do you want to be
You're
Anakin?
you.
I'll be Anakin. I'll be an acquired taste, but I'll do it. Antonio Barras is getting a PC. Am stupid. Intel or AMD? Explain like I'm 5. Thanks.
AMD CPU still right now, just because they're the safer bet. Intel had some issues with a couple of generations ago, but even without those problems, AMD's just been really, really good in terms of power, performance, and efficiency. So I would go with the AMD right now.
I feel like I don't know what Intel kind of has to do to earn a little bit of that trust back, right? I mean, I think it's been it's been a while, but it's still
amazing
not there.
Performance upgrades. Like, they gotta have a couple generations where it's like they are eating the cost to give us 30% improvement. Yeah.
And Antonio, while we have you and you're asking questions about buying a PC, I mean, why don't you hit up our friends at Main Gear?
Yeah.
And support the site by using Giant Bomb when you check out, or just go to maingear.com/giantbomb. Did you guys know they updated the cases we have?
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
No.
they did. They have a new version of the case that we have.
Ooh.
It's got all the fancy bells and whistles. I'm actually going to go there and see it soon, so keep an eye out for that. But yeah, that helps us. That helps support us. So I would agree with Grubb. AMD for now, for sure.
Antonio Ross is asking how much for the table reading, also for JoTor.
That's a fun goof. Well, a table read would be funny to do with this crew.
We should do a table reading of a script sometime. That would be fun.
That'd be good. All right.
That would be a funny thing to do.
We'll enlist some of our friends as well.
Yes.
I'll be Count Dooku.
Perfect.
I don't know why I think that's funny.
Backlar, you have to be Yoda.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought is General Grievous in it? I want to be
No,
that
you could be
coffin
both.
robot.
We can take
I'll
We're
do
gonna
both.
have to split up some roles here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
minor characters.
Okay.
I want to be Amidala.
Well, Will already asked if he could be Padme.
Okay.
You can be fake. You can be Keira Knightley.
Yeah, I'll be Keira Knightley. I'll be the fake Amidala.
Do we do this like over the video in real time, or we
That
just
may
like,
be hard to do. I
No,
think
that'd
we
be
might
too
just have to
hard.
read from the script.
Yeah.
Yeah.
too hard, right?
I want to
Let's
read
go around
stage directions.
Okay, yeah.
Right, we gotta have a stage manager.
Yeah.
That'd be Bailey or something. All right.
Should Mikey also be Jar Jar?
Yes.
No, 'cause he's
And
not even
you
in
could be-
3.
He isn't 3.
Well, we'll put him in it.
We're gonna write
Yeah.
new dialogue. We're gonna insert Jar Jar into 3.
Jar Jar,
He
Jar
says
Jar,
like,
and
"Excuse me" in the background in 3, from what I remember, or something.
Jar Jar and Master Shake will just have to fight
Yeah.
somehow.
We'll get Greg Moore to come in and be Watto, even though he's not in that movie.
The least offensive Watto impression. Let's go.
We'll also be doing live Foley as well.
Hell yeah!
Oh, just like the Monster Soundstage at Disney.
Slap
MGM
the meat,
Studios.
baby.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Our celery budget through the roof.
That's McCool.
Yeah, get Dib to be all the noises of the volcanoes and Mustafar. Nintendo Eric says there's a Star Wars Sims 4 expansion that all the Sims players hate. You should play that. Oh, they did do that, didn't they? What
Amazing.
the hell is that about? That's incredible.
There was a Power Wash Simulator 2 Star Wars DLC. That's weird.
Yeah,
What?
X-Wings
Cleaning the
and stuff,
cantina?
yeah.
You're cleaning like X-Wings and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
I want to
Okay.
clean Jabba the Hutt.
I know. I'm like, I want to hose down Chewie.
Oh, that filthy bitch. Yeah. Oh,
You're
yeah.
gonna,
That'd be
you're gonna
nice.
clean that weird little guy off of him, Salacious Crumb.
Salacious
yeah.
Crumb.
How do I know his name? Why do I know that? I
Because
should
he's the
know that
best
thing's
glup
name.
shitto. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. That's it for Super Chats. Thank you, everybody.
Oh, what's his face? Sam Jackson's character.
Mace Windu.
Mace Windu,
Can I
yeah.
be Mace Windu, please?
Yeah,
Sure.
Oh, thank God. All
Mike.
right.
Real quick, Mike, what is Salacious Crumb's middle initial?
He's got a middle name. B. I want to say it's a B.
It is B! Salacious B. Crumb!
Completely vibes based.
Wow.
Road rash. Salacious
I don't-
B. Crumb.
I don't know what the B stands for.
Bernadette.
Salacious bitch
Wait.
crumb.
This guy Wait, is this guy a Muppet or a Star Wars?
yeah.
Hell
He's
yeah.
both. Yeah, I mean, Jim Henson made a lot of the creatures for Star Wars. Yeah.
This guy does look like he belongs kind of in one of those
Actually,
Muppet
Jim Henson
movies,
made
right?
none of them, I think. I think
Well, the company,
the Creature
no?
Shop was involved. Because what Frank Oz is involved, but
That's
like,
what I
not
mean.
Jim
I guess
Henson,
right
yeah.
there's a
It's
crossover there.
adjacent, I
It's
don't know.
adjacent. Like Frank, they brought in Frank Oz because like he knew how to do those things because he had worked on Muppets.
Oh, he's a Kowakian monkey lizard with a shrill crackle.
Oh, of
Yeah.
course. A Kowakian monkey.
Wow,
That was
that's
too
really
good. That was too
Bullshit.
good.
Yeah,
Mike.
that's Muppet
Yeah,
bullshit.
yeah. This idea sounds stupid and fun. Maybe we should actually do this in the
Yeah, we
future.
should do it.
I would
We'll
do
figure it out. Let's figure out which Star Wars.
All right, folks. Mikey, is that it for Super Chats?
That's it. Thank you, everybody.
Beautiful. Thank you, everyone, for sending those in. What do we got going on the rest of this week? After this, episode 3 of Portal Pals is dropping through the holes. This may be the least problematic episode I've had to edit. Episode 1 and episode 2, just new sentences are being said left and right.
PP's in chat for the Portal Pals.
That's right. Let me see your PPs, everybody.
Acquire a taste for the peepees.
Man, my future political career is going to just be dead on arrival. Anyway.
YouTube chat, you're slacking. I'm seeing all these peepees on Twitch. Not a single peepee on YouTube. Come
Whip
on.
them out, YouTube. All right. Portal Pals episode 3 dropping shortly after the podcast wraps. Just got to get that uploaded
I'm
and
sorry.
posted.
YouTube chat is so incredible. After I screamed that, there was 1% not gonna. I got one solitary PP. Then someone else said no. It's a very different vibe on the YouTube chat. I respect it. There we go. I'm getting a few more. Thank you, YouTube chat.
That's right. Give Mikey all the PP he desires.
No.
Game Best Mornings popping off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Right, Grubb?
I'll do my best.
Poke Monday Night Combat has moved to Friday for this week, but you know what is right in place for Wednesday? Space Ace, Blight Club, Lightning Round.
Right.
I don't even know. Like, I'm wondering when I can say, like, maybe it's the last one, but I don't think it's realistic yet. I don't think we're there yet.
We have a fun
We're
new
getting
layer.
Places.
Yeah,
We're getting places.
There's roller
getting
skates.
interesting.
Yeah,
I think maybe 2 more, Dan, is my guess. So I don't, just to give you some hope. Like,
I'm trying to remember where we even left off last time. Did I get to a new area?
yeah, you saw something new, definitely.
Okay.
I figured out a lot of that maze. The maze got more complicated.
Yeah,
The maze is fairly straightforward so far. So, yeah.
I'm
a
super
lot.
impressed every week, Dan. I'm like,
Thank
wow,
you.
Yep.
this is human endurance at its finest right here.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Voicemail dump truck. Surprise special guest confirmed as of yesterday afternoon. Nikki Grayson is joining us on the dump truck. As well as on UPF. I believe Nikki's going to try and join us for UPF. So Nikki stacked back half of the week. Gang, anything I missed out on?
Yeah.
Sick?
No.
All right.
Mark your calendars for Independence Week. A lot of Donkey Kong going on. Just take a week off work to watch Mike play Donkey Kong 64 is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I gotta
and
go
for
buy
skip
a
paying
costume.
rent. Skip paying rent
Yeah.
that month.
Yeah, look.
Please give it
They'll
to us.
understand. Just talk to your landlord. It's fine.
Yeah. I mean, we're in Mum Donistan now, so rent control is a thing, right? I believe.
Yeah.
We're back.
So
You're good.
We're good. We're
Maybe
good.
I should write. There's 5 of us. Maybe I should write a DK rap about us.
Oh, I want to be the one you make fun of, please.
You want to be the? I mean, I'm gonna probably make fun of all, except for Sweet Jan, of course. But the rest of you
course.
get made fun
Yeah.
of.
I just want to be the one with the funny face. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. You're lanky. Okay.
Okay, that's right. And if you missed it at the tippy top of the show, premium members, you get the endurance run a week early during Independence Week. And then endurance run, the bully endurance run that Grubb and Minotti already recorded. The following week for everybody else, Monday through Friday. Boys, we got a Steam controller review up on the website. Probably, most likely, other quick looks or other videos dropping throughout the week. Why don't you try liking and subscribing to this podcast? I don't know. Every other podcast says it. I want to say it. And I'm going to say goodbye to you because that does it for the Giant Bombcast. He's been Jeff. He's been Jeff. He's been Mike. He's been Dan. I've been Jan. Shouts out to Will. Shouts out to Chuck. Shouts out to Sean for cutting the whole dang thing together. We'll see you next week for another episode.
He's the hero of the bunch. You call him Mitch. How you gonna do that? Half a coconut, bitch.
We'll see you next week for another episode of the Giant Bombcast.
Giant Bomb.
Oh, yeah, wow.
Goodbye.